What's upper Dub Nation? Yay, Philly's going to beat Dallas, it looks like. So we're going to get some help in the standings, probably. That's our next target, assuming we can keep the streak going. I mean, pretty important game tonight or today. My body clock is completely messed up. And I just uploaded the Toronto one. Hours before that, in the middle of the night, was the New York one, already 10 hours ago. So, yeah, that was at 2:30 a.m., man. Finally finished the New York one. This one's good, but this one's also good. They're all good. And this one's good too. Behind the scenes in New York. Yay! Way to go, Sixers. All right. So let's thank you, Ruckus, for getting the referee information. James Williams, he's pretty good. Gucci Mane. Let's put that in the timestamps. All right, so we got the referees. James Williams, he's pretty good. I like him. He's not going to just dish out technicals to like only 14th season and yet pretty good dude. He's not going to just dish out technicals to Draymond and stuff. He wasn't going to do that even with the previous iteration of Draymond. Nick Buchert, also 14th season. And Matt Myers. Do not know Matt Myers. New guy? 6th season. Okay. All right. 6th season. Wow. My neighbor's dogs are going wild. What happened? 6th season. Tony Brothers in the replay booth. What a waste. And put the links of the new one. Oh, man, these are awesome, guys. You guys got to go check these out. These are awesome. More of a gentleman's cut of, you got to go see that. Gentleman's cut in NYC and JK at NBPA. Then there's also MSG, baby. Knicks MSG. Boom. And this one literally just 3 minutes ago, GSW Toronto with Khabib and Nav Bhatia. There are your links, my friends. Go click on those, man. New awesome BTS videos. Save. Okay. We are at TD Garden right away. Hey, one Warriors fan. All right, buddy. Hope you can survive the day over there in Boston. Okay. Going to tip off any moment now. I've got my backup laptop fully charged. Light. Let's see. Tatum's birthday, right? It's what is it? Is it 9:40 a.m. in Hawaii or 8:40? I forget if they're 3 or 4 hours behind. But anyways, let's update the standings. Oh, RJ Richard Jefferson is doing the play-by-play. That'd be great if, or the color. That'd be great if I could do play-by-play and Richard Jefferson could be my color. That'd be great, huh? All right, Mavericks are now 7 games under. We have a chance to over. We have a chance to be 6 games over. So that would be cool. Hello, everybody. Oubre for their win. I didn't even watch that. All right, so no Brandon Pajemski. Wiggins is still out, and Steph was questionable with knee bursitis, but he's okay now. Catherine is here from Japan. Klay is starting again. Oh, you're 2 hours behind, Arbel. All right, we're about to tip off here in our black cable car San Francisco uniforms. Man, the resolution of my TV sucks. But such is the state of sports on streaming, is still at 720 DPI or pixels, yeah. Horford is going to start instead of Porzingis. Draymond does not win the tip. He slapped it right over to Jrue Holiday, unfortunately. He did win it, and they get a 3 right away. Jason Tatum. I think somebody said my bad. Steph will shoot from the side logo, TD Garden logo, no good. Jalen post up Steph. Not a good start for us. And we go to Kuminga in the corner against Horford. Takes him. Baseline. Beautiful move, JK. Beautiful. Take that. Klay is on Tatum right now up top. Screen Jrue. Moody's in there. Jrue down low. No good. DPOY got the rebound. Good job of disrupting that one. Klay. Oh, curl. Turn. Pivot over Derek White corner. Good. Yeah, Klay. Oh, Jrue got past Moses, but gave up the layup to swing it, and there's your analytics for you. They score 3 in the corner on the kick by Horford to, I think it was Jalen. No, it was Derek White. Moses Moody, 3, early 3, no good. JT down the lane, kick out JB, corner 3, short, Klay rebound. Looks like we're engaged, though. Knock on wood. Every time I say something, basketball gods get me. Klay against JT, screened by Moody, 1-on-2, back to Moody. They leave him wide open. Why they did that, I don't know, because Moses, splash. Wow. They left Mo wide open. Okay. Oh, no, and we leave Jaylen Brown, but he misses. Cool. I don't know if Draymond was playing mind games with him. And Steph to Moody, as Derek White fell down, Steph to Moody dunk. They got banged up, both. Derek's pissed off. I know the feeling. It's like, Steph, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you right now. I totally know the feeling, man. When you get bonked in the head like that, and it's like, dude, I don't want to talk to you, man. And the hitting of Derek in the mouth with Steph's head had nothing to do with the play, really. So let's take a look at Jaylen Brown's recent 3-point exploits, because why did Draymond let him go there? Did we take a timeout? We didn't take a timeout, did we? 34% last 5 games. 1 for 6 last game. No, that was February 13th. 2 for 5. I mean, this is all right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 16. 10 for 27. That's not too bad. Last 5 games. 37%. So I don't know why Dre let him shoot. And 3 ball for Jrue Holiday. Good. Moses couldn't get around the screen. I think that's the game plan, though, with Jrue. Draymond goes down the lane. Should have been an and one. The pace is good for us, the pace. But it's also good for Boston. They like high paced as well. Jrue Holiday will Jaylen Brown now hits his first 3. We left him wide open again. That's definitely definitely the game plan. I don't know why, but I guess you're picking your poison. Kuminga gets fouled, does not make the downhill attempt. Al Horford pushes him with the forearm. So way to get downhill right away. Let's see. I want to go back to the downhill move and see how he got so open. It's just spreading the floor out for JK. Did he make both finally? It looks like he made both. Let's check the box score real quick. Yeah, he made both. Oh, Derek White pops open for three. Man, this is a 3-ball tournament. So we got a little, we're not getting around those screens. JK one-on-one Jalen in the right baseline. Powers up. Passes it at the last moment. Loses it. Moses gets it back. Moses saves the day. Once again. How many times has he saved the day? All right. What a game we've got going on here. And now Draymond's playing head games with Jalen again, and Jalen misses that one. So interesting so far. Klay for three. Transition, no good. Steph tipped it, but right to JB. Now it's 2-on-1. Derek White with the beautiful finish on the fake pass. We are only down 3, though. Steph pick and roll JK. Pull up 2-pointer up. Hit back rim. Down by 3. 7:30, 7:29, 7:28. Someone go wake up Dean. I don't know if Dean Chambers is going to watch or if he's working, or Moses is going to try to take this, accept the foul on this one when Jaylen Brown gets by. Moses ended up guarding 2 guys. Okay, it's probably going to be on Draymond looking at the replay. No, they gave it to Moses. All right, we're going back to 90s style refereeing. I don't mind that. Totally don't mind that. So that one was weird again because Dre shaded over to JT, left JB open. Mo covered 2 guys, Jrue being the other guy, fouled and raised hand for foul. So we're playing mind games with Jaylen Brown right now. So I guess that's part of the game plan. Interesting. JK downhill on Horford. Kick out was knocked away by Tatum, trying to go to Draymond in the corner. And we will enter the ball in the corner as our announcers touch each other's bald heads. Yikes. All right, Kuminga takes a seat. So if Kuminga's taking a seat, then who's in there? Who we got on the team? I forgot. We'll see. Oh, Gary Payton. My bad. That's why. Yeah, we're having defensive struggles. And Lester. Steph airballs a 3 or near airball. And Gary's like, ooh, I was there. I could have caught that one had I looked up a split second earlier, but it'll be out of bounds. My buddy, he used to want to give turnovers on airballs. I was like, come on, man. You already got a missed shot. Anyway, GP on Jason up top. Derek White sets a screen, but he goes away from it. Fadeaway 2-pointer, brick. Good job, GP. And look at Draymond make the save. And the outlet goes to Moses. And Steph goes to Lester in the corner. 3-ball good. Oh, Lester, way to step up. Beautiful. Go up top to JB. Draymond drops right back on him. That's got to be part of the game plan, man. Oh, man. Draymond on Jalen is the game plan. Beautiful stuff, man. Steph goes around, gets fouled. No call. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be our ball thanks to Lester being in the vicinity of the what was an air ball, but Al Horford lands on Steph. No call. Good Lord. What does he need to do, man? And we got a timeout, 6:08, down by 2. 6:08 to go, down by 2. Boss 21-19, 6:08. Lester! They're showing the replay going into the timeout. But, dude, let me clip that foul, man. That was awful. What's the man got to do? Come on, y'all. Wow, is that Don Nelson? Legendary pictures, huh? Oh. Isn't that Chris Nolan's outfit? Let me see here. Well, Steph didn't complain, and I think I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. It wasn't egregious. It wasn't like I don't think it really affected the shot, number one, and I don't mind that not being called if we're going to call it both ways. Honestly, that was pretty good defense. Of course, I've only seen it one time, but pretty good defense by Horford, I will say. I think, but we'll look at it. Why don't we look at it? Let's take a look at this. Okay, so what happened there? Oh. Steph fouled on 3 by AH. No call. Okay, let's do this. Let's clip this. Actually, no, that's not a good one. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, then let's do this. And then let's look at this real quick. We're at the, luckily it's ABC TV, so it's taking forever on the commercials. Analyzing the non-call. All right, let's take a look here. Let's do it at half speed. Oh, I think that's a landing spot. I think that's a landing spot, don't you? I really do think that's a landing spot. He didn't foul him, but that's a landing spot foul, and they didn't call it. And I don't know what they're looking at. I mean, anybody in their right mind would have called that the moment it happened. I don't understand what. Let me take a look at the ref. That looks like it's Nick Buchert. I don't understand that. Whatever. I'm going to inbound baseline over to Steph from Draymond. Fakes the 3, drives in. Bank shot over. Horford twirls around the toilet bowl like 5 times, literally. Never seen a toilet bowl shot go around that many times, like maybe ever in my whole life. No, I've probably seen it in my rec leagues at one point. But anyways, oh, Hauser's in the game. Is that Hauser? Oh, JB gets a 3. Jaylen Brown. Sam Hauser, yep. Oh, Luke Cornett's in there too. We got to beat this second team. Gary Payton gets free, fouled from behind, no call. Again. What's going on, man? And they'll hit a 3 in transition. Man. Come on. That's some BS. I got to write those notes. Steph misses a 3, left side. Catch and shoot. JB shoots a 3 again, hits it. He's hot. We're down by 9 suddenly in the modern NBA like this. They're going to Going to say bad screen by GP. What? Let me see the replay. Yeah. Gary Payton, not a clean screen there. This is a super, super fast-paced game. I don't know that we've seen this fast-paced game in a long time. I mean, maybe just the last time we played the Celtics. Lester's all over Jaylen Brown, but he's going to get it over the timeline barely. He's got a beat on Lester again and misses a jumper, thank goodness. Trace is in there now, gets the rebound, also CP. So interesting. And then finally get a hold on Derek White coming around the screen, Steph was. I'm trying to figure out. Trace over to Chris up top, Hauser. Jalen's all over Steph, so he couldn't get open. Pick and roll with Trace over to Lester on the swing. He's one-on-one Derek White. He's stuck. Manufacture something, but no. Cornette was there to help out. Now it's 5-on-4. GP has to cover two guys, and Hauser's going to get the three as GP had to cover two guys. Now we're down by 12. Steph does not shoot the hero ball, takes his time. Two guys converge on him. Chris Paul's open in the corner, but gets it to him late. Trace wants to set a pick. Finally comes. Now you got the switch. Now you got Lester open. For three, missed it. And White will bring it up. White on Lester. Attacks him. Gets open. Gets a drop pass. And we got to call timeout because that's a dunk to Cornette. The inability to stay in front. So trying to read the score at the bottom of the screen. 35-21, 334. Oh, man. The Celtics definitely want to get revenge for the last loss at Chase Center. Jalen has 5 threes already. 5 for 8. Yep. Well, I mean, the sagging off worked 5 times, right? The problem is it didn't work 6 times, 5 of them being threes. So it's a less than 50% thing. I don't know why. Slater's gonna have to ask Draymond why. So I saw my good buddy John Dickinson say before the game that if we win this game, then we're championship contenders. If we lose this game, then the narrative is that, well, we're in 10th and we're a 10th seed. I don't think that's true because just the fact that if we don't pull this game out, it's really early, first of all. Too early to make predictions, but just because we lost games to Boston and Denver doesn't mean we're the 10th best team in the West, right? Just because you lose to the 2 best teams in the NBA. So strong disagree with that. There's plenty of time. You still got 20 more games to get your act together. So I'm not with the doomsaying thing that people must do when they're on radio. I'd probably have to do it if they were paying me to be a radio host. Thankfully, I don't have to be one. But all right, so we bring the ball in. A dangerous pass to CP, who had to save it on the sideline. Man, that was crazy. Swing it over to Lester. Kuminga will now post up. Jrue Holiday. Cornette is defensive 3. They're not calling it on Cornette. They finally called it on Cornette. Come on, man. And he's complaining. Dude, that was 4 seconds. Oh, man. So that's what JK produces right there. Automatic defensive 3. So Klay's at the line with Steph on the bench. Hits it. And I bet you if we win this game, people are going to say, oh, well, they didn't have Porzingis. I mean, exactly. That's the point, is that they're not at full strength. We're not at full strength. It's still a regular season game. Klay with the bad pass just didn't make sense there. And he can't believe it. And it's one of those things where he goes to himself, what am I doing? Literally. All right, Jrue against Lester gets a screen from Cornette. Drop pass to Cornette. Trace blocks him, but it goes right to Brown. Brown mid-post goes out to the 3-point line. Pulls up over Chris. No good. Trace rebound. Good job, Trace. Klay one-on-one Jrue. A lot of, maybe get rid of the ball earlier there because now the shot clock is at 11 with CP one-on-one Cornette. Smells blood. Pulls up. No good. It's not making shots. And foul off the ball. They've got Cornette and Kuminga. No, all right. Got Trace in there. All right. So that's just Lester getting entangled with Cornette. And how many team fouls is that? They don't have team fouls on ESPN, but just counting them here, that's 4 personals. But one of them was a bad screen by GP. So that's 3 team fouls. And Jrue inside to Cornette. Going to be a foul on Trace. Good thing they called it, even though he's complaining. Oh, but we're not in the penalty yet. One more side out. Now we're in the penalty. Do they show that? They don't show that on the graphics. $35-22. Wow. Jason kicks it to Hauser, shoots it over CP, no good. Cornette rebound over Trace. That can't happen. And another foul? Oh, that's the 4th team foul? So we had 2 offensive fouls? Man, we got lucky. Whatever. So luckily we're not in the penalty yet. And it'll be JT against Lester on the switch. Goes in there over Klay, scores rather easily. I think he should be an MVP candidate just because Boston is the best player on the best team. The journalist should take that into account. CP throws the ball to the other team. Bad pass on the pick and roll as Pritchard got him. And Jrue misses a 3. Lester rebound. Foul on Pritchard. How many fouls on Boston? 3 team fouls only. I think that's just an old guy underestimating the new NBA on those bad passes. Kuminga's got to shoot a 3, late shot clock. Pritchard hustles and gets the rebound. Wow. The offense is awful. But we haven't played a team like Boston in a while. Now Tatum against Klay, one-on-one, absorbs the inside push. Good defense by Klay. Really good defense. Kuminga gets downhill, blows a layup. Wanted another foul. Didn't complain all that much, so that's good. And then Pritchard scores 94 feet later. That's terrible transition defense. Oh, it's a delay of game. Delay of game. I thought it was a timeout. I didn't think Kuminga got fouled on that one as I'm watching it again. Pick and roll, Lester Trace. Out to Trace, handoff Klay. Back to Trace. Attack blocked. Too easy. Here, have a block, Cornette. Pritchard 3-ball the other way quickly, like 4 seconds later or less. That's not how you lay the ball up, Trace. So we're getting smashed. We're getting smashed. And you gave it to the least athletic guy on the floor. They've got Cornette on Klay because they already know the screen's coming. Interesting. With 6 on the clock. Hello, Chris Paul. He finally takes JT, gets blocked. That was an awful possession. Oh, man. They go inside to Jrue, and he scores with 1 second left, and we're getting blitzed. 44-22. It's embarrassing. 44-22 end of Q1. Just an embarrassment. Yeah, I don't know what else to clip for you, because I would just clip the fact that they had Cornette guarding Klay on the baseline, and they already knew Klay was going to come up on the screen, so they were basically top blocking Klay on the last play, and then Chris had to go one-on-one. And then blocked by JT. So, yeah, this is ugly. But now at this point, if I'm a coach, I tell them, just don't worry about the score. Can we just play good basketball? Why do you guys do that? Why do you do that? Oh my God! Sagging off Jaylen Brown. Awful. Fire Steve. Like, you're so stressed out in daily life that it's taking over you. And it's like, oh, I want heads to roll. Jaylen Brown has 19 points. How many points did Boston score? 44. There's 25 other points to be accounted for. So, like, I can't stand that when people state the obvious, and then they want Steve Kerr's head to roll. Like, stop it. Like, that's one thing we'll figure out. And by the way, it's Draymond's guy. They started with Draymond on Jaylen Brown. So why don't you go ask Draymond You go ask Draymond, and let's see what kind of energy you ask him that question with. Right? So can we stop with that? We don't. Everybody else does that everywhere else. Let's be better than that. You guys completely fall apart every time there's something that goes wrong. One little blowout and you guys completely fall apart. I could not have any of you guys on my team actually playing basketball. And then you're going to go, oh, but we're fans, Rich. We're fans. No, be better. Be like a teammate. You're the 19th man. Don't lose your marbles. And right now, we start out with the great play inside Looney toe cutting Klay. So why don't you cheer for that? Good Lord, you guys just fall apart. Any blowout, you fall apart. Good Lord. Can't have you on the team. Like if you were to play on my rec league team, we would lose by 50 because you have no like foundation. Keep it together. Good Lord. Man, of course, you guys don't have the experience I have. I mean, I'm coaching my team out there in a tournament. I'm getting nervous, and then my guy goes, "Don't worry, Rich. Game of runs," and he's absolutely right. It's a game of runs. Relax. JK, Al Horford takes him, but Jrue picked him, but they call Jrue, and he doesn't complain. So good job by JK getting downhill. Oh my gosh. And it's always one or two or three bad apples ruining the entire comment. Like it makes it seem like 56 concurrents are all very bad teammates that give up on the team when things don't go right. But it's not. It's really just two or three of you. Looney misses a layup. Good pass, good cut, but he just blew the layup. Just kind of slow. And Hauser's going to get a three. He's on point today. Hauser is on point. He's playing well. I didn't know he was that good. So they used Klay's gravity last time to get Looney open. Klay's still important. He throws up a tough shot right there. But I can't blame him for that either because, he's trying to ignite the team all by himself. But now he can't do that anymore. You get one of those every single time. Horford jump hook, no good, or not a jump hook. Just that's not Horford. That is I know that guy. Xavier Tillman, exactly. Lefty hook Xavier that he missed. And JK shoots a fadeaway, no good. Payne Pritchard gets by Moody. And that's why, people ever all saying that, oh, Moody can replace Wiggs. That's the reason why right there that Wiggins is a slightly better defender than Moses on that. Pritchard won't be able to get that layup over Wiggins. 49-24. Again, my advice, just play better basketball. Don't worry about the score. Just play better basketball. The transition defense is not too good. And on that one, let me see what happened. Yeah, that's just a blow by. He just blew by Moody. But to me, that's an example of, I would have rather had Wiggins there than Moody versus lately in the comments the last couple days, people throwing Wiggins under the bus. All right. Now to look at the comments. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Wiggs would have gotten burnt as well? No. Wiggs' forte is the recovery block. Come on now. My goodness. Yeah, I'm not even worried about the score. Just play better, and really, it starts on defense and getting back on defense. But look, we haven't played a team like this in a while. I mean, teams that really get up and down. Like I didn't know Boston could really, really do this, but especially without Porzingis. I mean, Porzingis gives you the 3-point shooting and the size, but that's at the cost of a little bit of speed. Although Al Horford is out there, so was out there, but yeah, I mean, with Porzingis, then you figure that Horford would be more in the second unit, and it would continue to be slower paced. But with Boston not having Porzingis, then you only got the one big man, so they're even faster paced than usual. So credit to Boston. I mean, mostly what I see right now is just credit to Boston, and the start that we got was. I wish we could do it over, obviously, but we're probably not ever going into a game with letting Jaylen Brown shoot. But they must have saw something on the tape to do that. But anyways, the other part of it was not buckling down and playing good defense. But we got the second unit here. We haven't even gotten Steph back in yet, so it's still very early. So that's the good news. The other team that's high paced like this, OKC. Well, thanks to the blue wrenches out there, hopefully keeping some calm and peace in the comments. JK has to throw up another prayer at the buzzer, so he hasn't been able to get going, but he's always been sort of the secondary guy to Steph, and then JT posts up there, and they're just eating. They're having their way. 27-point deficit. All right, JK in the post, one-on-one corner over to Lester. Back to CP corner. He misses a three. So all the veterans are a little bit off. And they miss a three right back. They take no time in fighting back with an attempt. JK inside, back out to Mo. Mo stuck. No one's moving. Goes over to Looney. CP's not moving either, but he's got JT on him. Now he's got Tillman. One-on-one Chris. He's got to make something happen. Over to Lester. Over to Mo. Stepped on the line. Moody stepped out of bounds. How many turnovers? 4 turnovers. Oh man. We don't need to be stating obvious things where it's just like think of yourself as the 19th man on the bench. Like some of the comments that you guys have are very non-19th man. It's just like that's what I'm trying. There's no blanket statement I can make like, oh, don't say this, don't say that. Just like you gotta know, like when this is Let's Go Warriors, or the 19th man on the bench are the things that you say like, oh, I want to know whose game plan that was. And by the way, it was Draymond. So go over 5 seats over and go yell at Draymond. Like that's not what we do at Let's Go Warriors. That's why we're so different than everywhere else on the internet. And so when you go, oh, Avalanche, LOL, it's just like, is that something you would say as the 19th man on the floor? Like that doesn't really help root for the team. what you're doing is what Twitter does. And that's not a constructive space. So maybe we should have 20 concurrents and just the 20 of us. I don't know. I've come to the conclusion that I can't really build like a gigantic following because there's just too many negative people that lose their marbles when things go wrong. Meanwhile, JK with the late clock, but this time he makes it. It's crazy how we're going to JK a lot. Tillman inside out, back out to Tatum. Now he attacks and he scores. Tatum doing a good job not falling in love with that three because he certainly had the opportunity to shoot the three. And the ball goes through Looney's legs. What's going on here, Loon? Well, we're claiming for the ball, went off somebody else. But the problem is that one looked so bad that the ref's not going to give us the call. And then they missed. So luckily we got the ball back. And Moody attacks and he scores. So not giving up there. Mo with the nice drive. So it's our older guys that kind of got to play better. Everybody's got to play better, but then Looney loses Tatum, and there wasn't any help, and Steph's upset by that. That Lester just sort of stood there. Tatum gets knocked to the floor, so taking our time with Tatum on the floor. Oh, yeah, he fouled the hell out of Steph and ultimately paid for it. Can't grab him like that. Good job by Matt Myers to make the right call there. So, yeah, one thing is in a game like this and also like OKC, that's where guys like Looney look a little bit older than they really are. Same thing with Chris Paul. Not a good stretch for Chris. But there's only really a couple teams like this. OKC, Boston. Denver's not like this, obviously. How can they be? They've got Jokic. But this up and down thing, yeah. So far, it looks like we got problems with that, especially with the old guys. That's where, the franchise is going to have to evolve quickly on that. GP finds Steph on the handoff. Curl three, tough shot. We're relegated to taking tough shots. And this has been really good defense by Boston. Let's give them credit. Back up to Jason. Over Gary. Scores another three. So, yeah, we're at the point where the score doesn't matter. I just want to see good basketball, good possessions. If we go and Steph throws the ball to the other team getting stuck again, JT against Draymond. So the risk here is that you just lose your will. Horford, hook, no good. White is there, but JK stays with it. Good defense. Over to Dray, over to JK. Baseline. Oh, we pulled the string on that one. That was a weird one. Timeout, MAZZULLA. At this point, MAZZULLA is at just needs to make sure the guys don't lose their focus. So let's just get to halftime with some hope. Let's not let the bottom fall out of it. But anyways, let's see what happened at 5:31. Oh, yeah, JK pulled the string on the baseline shot. That was a weird one. Okay, we got more carnage in the comments, or can we go back to the third word in the title and just keep it positive? Why would you say game over before halftime? Why would you say that? If it's unwatchable, then go. Then don't watch it. Good Lord. You guys are horrible teammates. Right? Oh, check it out. Gamer comes through. Sometimes Gamer gets a little nitpicky even when we're winning. And then, but look, Gamer comes through. Oh my goodness. Some people just, if life is this bad for you, then why are you here? It's just like, oh my goodness. Just play ball. Oh, Bloomer. So Bloomer, are you just in the you're in the comments? We got to get you to the next level, which is to be able to watch a game and get through it. So 5:26 to go. Yeah, both our offense and our defense is just nutso. And so that's why for us, we have to pretend it's 0-0 right now. And can you just play good basketball? Like, just like, who cares what the score is at this point in time? Play good basketball. I'll be happy if we're down by 32 at halftime. That's progress. Like it's like the leak in the dam is turning into like a flood. So you gotta stem the tide. And you gotta at least hold them to an equal score from this point on. So let's get 5 minutes of good basketball. 5 minutes of good basketball. Yeah, you see the replay on the Jason Tatum inside. Lester just standing there like you have to go and get the ball and just leave Jalen. You just have to go. So now I got Draymond on Jason and Gary is on Jalen. He gets the ball and he beats Gary. That just not good. Not good at all. Draymond gets open down low and he scores pretty quickly, in fact. We got Saric in there. Jalen again, down low against Dario. Fade away good. They're getting the ball in the paint a lot. Of course, they're doing everything right now. I mean, they're looking like a championship team. Really coming through and with a lot of force. And there's a collision between Jalen and Steph. Foul on Jalen as Steph saves him from falling. So 4:36 to go, down 34. But like I said, let's not focus on the score. Let's just get some good basketball. Pick and roll. Dario, Steph. Steph goes down the lane and scores. Finally. Our one highlight. Actually, we've had a couple highlights. The Draymond layup 2 possessions ago was pretty good. JT against Dray. Jalen with the pick. They switch automatically, but Draymond, his knee banged into Jalen's knee. Draymond goes over to Matt Myers to argue. he'll argue a little extra. Why? Because Matt Myers is a new ref. And that's what Draymond does. It looked like Jalen just fell. So they go inbound to Jalen. Jalen Gary, baseline. Gary picks him. Jalen pushed him and no call. Incredible. Unbelievable. That's awful. Right in front of the ref. Let me watch the replay here. Yep. Jalen just pushed him. Jesus. No call. Unbelievable. Well, what are you going to do when you can't even get that call? By the way, Steph missed the banker. Tough shot. Now it's Steph on Horford down low. Horford scores. Where was Sarge on that? Sarge had Derek White in transition. He's got to recognize that's Sarge just falling asleep. Now we get a backcourt on Steph, and it's really falling apart when Steph's making mental errors like that. You're really falling apart. Timeout Warriors. It's getting ugly. 3:26. $68-32. What a loser. Yeah. Why do we state the obvious? Why do people do that? It's just funny to me. Oh, golly, man. Oh, yeah, I'm sure that, I mean, there's no joys when you're down by 36. Of course, there's no smiles. Because we just got barnstormed. Tatum over Saric, easy 3. Tough to deal with when you got Dario, and you don't want to just mothball Dario. So not a good matchup for us today. Draymond attacks Jalen. Let's see if Jalen has any fouls. Just one. Put all the young guys there. The problem is that we haven't really, you still got to have a good burn of your second unit and your first unit. So you start the second half, you just pretend the score 0-0 and you start over. So that's the beauty of having two halves. Jason Tatum is embarrassing Dario out there, but that's an MVP candidate against the worst defender on our squad. And extra pass over to Steph. Steph misses, and that's when we're kind of getting in desperation mode, trying to get it all back in one. And they go back inside to JB again. So they're doing a good job of just finding the mismatch. So we're going with Dario instead of Dario throws the ball to GP's shin, but he recovers it. Steph shoots a rushed one. Again, another rushed one. Just pushed it too hard. JT's going to get Dario, and CP tells him to get away. JT probably gets away with the forearm on CP. Now they hit a three, and it's hard to. I know the feeling when you want to sub out a guy that's getting scored on left and right. It's embarrassing. So I'm sure Steve's trying to figure out a way to get Dario out of there. And we get the ball to Steph to the hash mark for three, which is throwing up shots. GP with the rebound put back. Good job by GP. Missed the free throw. And, nobody in Boston cares that Steph has a knee bursitis. So, that's why Steph isn't playing that great. One of the reasons why. CP with the long rebound on a missed three. Goes upstairs to GP, and GP converts. Good job by CP to keep playing. Just keep playing, put your head down, keep going. And now we got 40 seconds left, and we're doing the trap. And JT misses a three, foul on Draymond, called by James Williams. Let me watch the replay. Wow. Did he get him? Yep, got him on the wrist. Barely. Well, he's arguing semantics. That's a foul in the book. Funny thing is, though, that Steph will get the same thing go on him, and those are not fouls for some strange reason. So JT at the line for three, and they have scored 82 points in a half. That's the most embarrassing part. Of course, the last three threes were on Dario, who's still in there. I think you got to not play Dario after halftime. Oh man, and you probably have to at some point go with youthful defensive guys. Steph missed again, and Steph is now 2 for 13, 0 for 9. Jalen with the clock winding down on Dario again. They find Derek White corner at the buzzer, in and out. All right, time for restroom break. $82-38. That is the worst score we've seen today, this season, and many seasons. I'm going to do a quick restroom break. I wonder if Dean's in the comments. Is Dean around? Get how to get Dean. Okay. Well, I think what we're seeing here is more an indication of just how good the Celtics are. You tip your hat. You tip your hat to that. All right, Dean. I mean, human element, people. Human element. You guys forget, always forget. And you're so addicted to turning the NBA into a video game. Oh my goodness. The moment I try to make you feel like the 19th man on the team, show you all the human elements, you don't want it. You show me that you don't want it. You complain about this and that. And this is, I'm not picking on DVD. I appreciate DVD, all that she's done in the comments today. In fact, it's just that I'm just like making an example, probably a poor example in terms of like DVD has not done anything wrong. I'm just saying that it's the human element that often gets forgotten in all of these. It's the human element of, so the sagging off of Jaylen Brown was not the right call. Well, you go talk to Draymond about that. Go, you're 4 spots over on the bench. Now pretend that you're there and go ask him. And if you put yourself in that mindset, then you're not always complaining. Then you're more curious than you are outraged. And that's the whole point of it. You know, it's kind of like, I'm glad we have these blowouts every now and then, because it reminds me just what my purpose is. I feel like my purpose is to show you the behind the scenes. I mean, you look at our videos on here, we've got a couple really good behind the scenes ones. Look at this New York one. Now talk about human element.
Joe Simidian. Well,
we've got Jonathan Kuminga at a youth camp. That reminds you that Jonathan isn't just, you know, a player card in a video game that has to do this and has to do that for you to have a good day. He's actually like a human being that will take time to where's Jonathan at? Oh, here he is. JK, like, this reminds you that these guys are people, care about other people. So like, we're getting blown out. Yeah, we're getting blown out. Is Boston better team than us? Yes. Is Denver a better team than us? Yes. Will we have trouble with OKC? I think we would, because Boston is very similar to OKC. However, OKC doesn't have the experience, so there's that. Here you got Looney doing. Here's Wiggins' daughter hitting a bucket. Oh boy, here goes Stephen A. I'm loud, and I've got a personality, so pay me millions of dollars. Oh, dude, tone it down a little bit. I get it, man. Okay. Oh, Jesus. It's not my cup of tea, though. This reminds you that Wiggins is a human being. And this reminds you that Looney is a human being. So despite the fact that you're throwing the ball right at Looney and it's like the wickets, turnover, embarrassing turnovers today and stuff like that. You know what's odd is right after that landing spot non-call on Horford, the bottom dropped out. Where was that landing spot? Way back in Q1. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter was when the landing spot foul, which they just showed. Oh, here's Bob Myers. All right. Bob Myers is saying that this game means a little bit more to the Boston Celtics. It's all of the above. Yeah, sure. But, you know, Boston looks good, even without Porzingis. Probably a different identity. But the thing is that they could always go small like this in the finals or whatever series that they're in and just run the hell out of you. Of course, OKC's kind of like that. And so that's if we were to somehow meet the Celtics in the finals again, I'd be worried that they could actually go small. And who knew? Who knew Hauser would come in here and shoot lights out? So there's Looney. Let's go back to New York here. Steph surprised a group of kids. They didn't even know. Watch this little girl. Or actually, she's going to walk in. They had no idea. Watch this girl walk right past. She's going to walk right past. And then she's going to be like, oh my goodness. She's like, oh my goodness. Oh, anyway. Looking at that. So, okay. I got to tweet out the link. Dean, are you coming on live or no? Hold on. All right. So I'm going to tweet out the link using that screenshot right there. But let's continue this because it's good stuff. In fact, I'll turn on the volume.
Dream Academy like this is a very, very special facility and setting to support you and your interest of reaching your full potential, not just in sports, but as friends, as students, as citizens, all the above. Like you're the well-rounded people that you are aimed to be. Like we are here to support you, and you have some amazing coaches here. Shout out to y'all.
Dream, come to school. Let's get it, let's work. Come on, push yourself.
So I thought this girl was working out like crazy, but she wasn't. I met her yesterday.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, we got to sign that kid. Kuminga. Dean Chambers in the house. There you are. Hang tight. This is a pretty good thing. The gentleman's cut. He's got this event that's in New York. We could take a look at it in the background. But yeah, if you go read this, pretty cool. Dean, what's up? Is your mic on?
Oh, how's that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Cool,
How's
man.
it going? Dare I ask?
I know, right? I'm going to play this in the background so people have something to look at there.
Cool. Yeah.
But yeah, Michael Strahan was at this event. You'll see him later. That's Mike Breen. Cool stuff, huh? Anything you want to talk about?
Oh, Michael Strahan. That's right. Yeah. Football player, actor.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Well,
TV
the
show.
goal here is just to slowly chip away at the lead as much as possible. And everybody just relax, man. This is if the score stays where it's at, it'll be our first blowout loss since when? Do you remember?
No, I don't. But I mean, I'm not even worried about the score. Just play good basketball.
Right, but we haven't been blown out like this in a long, long time. And
yeah. Oh, here's Toronto.
yeah. So I agree. Just try and chip away at the lead.
Win the second half. Win the second half by 2 points, by 1 point. Just win the second half.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Shivansh. Don't know if I can claim to be the Buddha. That might be a little much, but thank you, man. Is that the last one? Pelicans? No, the Raptors was after that, I think.
What?
Oh, sorry, Ian Villarreal said, didn't we get blown out by 30 by the Pelicans?
Wow, that's a while ago.
Yeah, I think the Raptors one was more recent than that, but that was a long time ago. Yeah. You'd say Denver was a blowout. We lost by like 12 or something, didn't we?
I think I tend to just forget blowouts, so I don't recall any blowouts. I just want to forget them. I don't remember any real. I mean, I do remember blowouts from when I used to play my serious rec leagues and Japanese leagues that we had up here and whatnot. But the ones I remember are the ones that are like, oh, they blew us out and they were laughing on the bench, that kind of thing. I remember laughing on the bench. How that I would never want to do that to somebody because I knew how that felt to be the recipient of that. Other than that, I don't remember that many blowouts at all.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm just happy to watch the game. To be totally honest with you, even if
Martel says that Slater says that this is from Slater.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Klay is that? Why is Klay? How's going on here?
If we can get it down to 10 or so, you never know.
Well, definitely Steph. I can understand that when you're going into the game with knee bursitis.
Yeah.
Okay, CP is in the game. Okay, Trace is in the game. Moody and Lester also started. So yeah. And Moody gets a late call on Jason Tatum. So when you go into a game with bursitis and then you have the result like this, yeah, maybe better to rest that bursitis. I've had heel bursitis, and let me tell you, bursitis sucks. So we go Moody in the mid-range. Nope, over to CP, over to Trace in the post. He's going to post up Horford. Lefty hook. Good. Way to go, Trace. All right. And Jalen will get a 3-ball look. No good. JK rebound. And JK left side over to Trace. Trace hook shot. Good. Banker.
Oh, that's another thing. I just keep attacking the rim over and over and over again because who's their shot blocker?
Right.
Yeah. So just forget the threes, man.
Yeah.
You know, go to the rim, please.
Corner 3-ball. Derek White good. And he poses. CP brings it up. Over to Moody. Corner. No good. Trace rebound over Jason. They've got switched. So Moody's on Horford. And he attacks Horford. Gets a call before that. Fouls on 42. Side out coming up. Good start by the kids.
Oh, BP's out tonight too? Man.
Yep.
That's a real shame.
Oh, throw the ball away, JK. That one made no sense. He even threw his hands up there, so there was a miscommunication. Horford gets a 3, top of the break. Oh, man. That sucks. And
Nice little cross offense here. Oh, man.
Blocked by Horford.
Oh.
Derek White.
He got fouled, man.
I don't know. It looked like it. Tatum against Lester. Baseline 2-ball. Good. Well, good start is now erased. You got to remember the point differential. 60-something. We got CP attacks Derek White. Good.
There you go.
And Jalen Brown.
Timeout.
Yeah, the 68. Trying to scroll around looking for my. Okay, so down. Oh, JK lost the ball again.
Well, that was a very weird lob pass.
And JT gets a 3 out of it, so we are minus 51, so we're minus 7 so far, guys. Minus 7. Oh no!
In the third quarter, that is.
Yeah, in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Lester, it's a goaltend on Derek, and he was fouled, but they didn't call it again. But I guess they want to go home.
Well, hey, forget that, man. Our guys are getting fouled.
I know, right?
You can't just leave it. I mean, come on now.
JT 3-ball over CP, shanked it out of bounds though on Lester.
Yeah, Lester tapped it out of White's hands.
Airball though, tough to track those unless you're Brandon Jemski.
Right.
Also, yeah, this is not really our team. You expect Brandon.
Oh, we have one starter out there right now,
and no Wiggs, obviously.
Yeah.
Jalen attacks CP. They're smelling blood when they see CP. He brings it up. Jalen went into the baseline seats, but JK is not taking advantage of it. Finally kicks it to Moody for 3. No good. Trace rebound.
Yeah,
Reset out to
CP. Going into the paint, man. They haven't stopped us once.
Exactly what you said. They don't have a shot blocker, but you fall in love with the three. Lester now has to shoot it from 30 feet away, trace another rebound, put back over Jrue.
Yeah. Let me just do this myself, man. Forget it.
Drew's like, come on, man. Ow, that's your man.
Yeah. Ow. Oh, boy, I'm 38. No.
Yeah. Horford scores inside over Trace. Come on, Trace.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Al Horford. My bad.
And CP pick and roll. Nope. Over to JK. 3-ball over Jason. It's off.
Oh, 3-ball again. Come on, man.
Lester rebound, but no. Too many threes, man.
Yeah.
Timeout by MAZZULLA. 99-48, 7-16. Okay, done for the day. Injury report on Klay. Nothing so far. So you have to assume that he's in the rotation somehow. I don't know what they decided on that one. But I didn't see him on the bench either, right?
I don't know.
So look, they were all. So Anthony didn't mention Klay in this one. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Lord.
Yeah, Clay's only played 20.
We have this person is in our comments.
What?
Oh gosh, man. Put him in timeout again. How many times are you gonna go into the timeout, buddy? Doing a powwow. Yeah. Why play in the first place? Come on. So we're not going to compete. It's like, why do people do this? We got blown out, so we shouldn't have played. Huh? That's not being a competitor.
Well, hey, I don't know if you know this, but that's actually like a worse loss than getting blown out. Right? You literally don't even have a chance. Oh, Bruce says he's thinking maybe they're in the locker room.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't leave the arena. They're probably getting treatment. I mean, for sure, Steph on the bursitis. Massage a little bit, whatever. Don't know. But Klay, don't know.
Wow, that's a pretty impressive stat there for Horford.
2.5 days off for the older guys for Milwaukee. Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. What are you going to do? Way to go, Horford. 14,000 points. That's a lot of points.
Yep. Oh, it was some other totals that it was like him and a bunch of other great big men. If you scroll.
Let's look at Klay. Huh.
Oh, Ian can see the future. He says he knows this season's going to end in a first, second round exit. Don't say that, man. First and foremost, we could lose in the play-in, but we could miss the playoffs, or we could get to the conference final. You know, who knows?
Nice.
You guys are sure getting angry after one game, man. Don't get angry.
And it's not like, I mean, this is a championship contending team.
Yeah,
all right, so MAZZULLA brought in the second unit. And we got Pritchard and Dario's in there. Throws it away. Pritchard does. Dario back to CP. Pick and roll. Over to Moody in the corner, attacks and dunks it. All right, Moody.
Yeah, there we go.
Way to go, Mo.
He's probably going to pass it back to Pritchard, right? Yeah, there it is.
All right. We got
Trying to read
Hauser. Hauser to Pritchard. I don't know. Where are you at? It's 624, 623, 622. Hauser for 3. No good. Making a whole bunch of those in the first half. Hauser was. Oh, he made 2. It's 2 for 5. 3-ball CP, no good. Why? Why do we settle for those?
I don't know.
Pritchard. Guy Santos in the game. All right, Guy. That means he's no longer having the sore knee. And Pritchard hits a 3. Is that
No,
Pritchard?
that was 50.
Oh, 50.
Hauser, I think. Oh no,
That's not
that's
Hauser. Svi.
Svi.
Haley.
Yeah.
O'Shea Brissett is in the game as well.
Yep.
Got the rebound off the missed 3. I guess we'll just shoot 3s because we're young. And
why? Like, they still have no one to stop you getting to the hoop.
Yeah.
It'll help the score.
There's Dario posting up. Just score it. Go now.
Shoot it.
4 Cornet gets there, but Cornet got there. So kicks it back out, back in. And 1 Dario. Good.
Let's go. Down 50. But not 52.
Glad to have the rest of the day at least.
I hate these early starts. That's another thing, man. This game is at 12:30 Pacific time. That can't help. Like, basketball's for night.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody earlier. It's just like their bodies are completely just confused at this point in time.
Absolutely.
You got, stuck on the tarmac till, and I did hear that they were stuck on the tarmac until like 6 a.m. Got in at 7. Jerome Robinson on the fast break.
Wait, in Boston too?
No, that was Toronto.
Yeah, right.
And then you got a 12:30 game here in Boston, 3:30 in Boston. So that it's just their whole internal clocks are whacked at this point in time. Minus Dario got a rebound. CP Dario pick and roll. Behind the back to Dario, back to CP. Doing the 2-man game. Looney's in there, tries to post up, but then goes away after CP asked him. And then,
oh my God,
Dario scores.
Wow, okay.
Dario. Bring us back, guys. We're down 46. So we're down -2 for the second half.
Yeah.
Turns out. But we're getting the CP Dario show right here. Kind of interesting.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
Richard is too fast for everybody. Scores over Dario. 354, 353, 352. Looney, handoff.
Let's do a little Santos action here. Oh, there we go.
He inside to Dario. He's doubled. Then Looney finally cuts over to CP. Once Looney, find it into Dario. It's a holding on Peyton Pritchard. Automatic first down.
Yeah. MAZZULLA wants peace.
All right, over to Looney. Over to CP. Way up top. Boston in a zone. 2-3 zone. Guy decides to shoot it. Hits it. Way to go, Guy.
Hey.
Down by 45. So -1 still. Dang. I just want to win the second half.
Yeah, really. I'm fine with that, honestly.
Pritchard pushed by J-Rob. Side out. .322 to go. And here's Pritchard on J-Rob. Drives again. Kick out Hauser. Missed one. Dario rebound. Outlet CP. 3:06 to go. Pick and roll Looney. CP pulls up from 3 as they let him shoot. No good again.
See, that's them giving him an open shot to prevent us from going to the hoop yet again, I think.
Yeah.
So,
well, I don't really know that we have the personnel.
Well, we did take out Moody and Kuminga and all that.
Traveling Pritchard. Timeout Steve. 2:51 to go. 104.59. 251 in the third quarter, that is.
Yeah.
All in all, 3-1's pretty good. And this was the one that you kind of circled on the calendar to kind of go, oh boy, let's see how we fare. And yeah, did not fare well.
No, that's okay. That's okay. You know, one of the reasons I'm thinking that is that last night someone got stabbed to death in a restaurant right next to where I work.
Yikes.
And it was all the police and everything. And you know, I work late. Like, I'm out around that area at night, you know. And it didn't feel good, but obviously, you know, condolences to that person's family. But I get to wake up in the morning and watch the Warriors, you know. Oh, blowout. But what if we beat the Bucks? Like, oh, I'll feel great, you know. So I'm not gonna let this game get me down. Thank you, Boomer. Everyone here, thanks. Working out. Yeah, shooting in practice. I guess I'm not sure how Boston Garden's set up, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have a practice court. You know, could be something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but if there is one, I wouldn't be surprised if Klay was there right now, getting shots up.
Yeah,
especially Klay. But who knows? I don't know that they have that or not. But yeah, it could be one reason why they're.
they could have timed themselves out.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be too negative.
Yeah, good road trip in terms of. I mean, go look at these. Oh, there's Steph in the. I forgot that this is still going. He's with Nirav Pandya 2 nights ago, and really, all of this behind the scenes stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. It really shows you when Steph is in control of a game. It's something to behold, especially when you're inside the arena. Like, it's Jordan-esque. It really is.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're back. J-Rob inside the Looney and fouled. Good crash by Guy Santos was there for the miss in case. But this can be foul on the ground. Why did the scorekeeper go like this? Was that to
Something with the clock, maybe?
No, you know what I think? I think she was looking at the replay and noticed that Looney didn't get fouled, so she was kind of like, "Oh, you should review that." But they're not going to review it based on, first of all, Joe Mazzulla and them. They want to go and just rack up the W and go.
Yeah,
so not wasting that. And you don't get the recommendation to review in the middle of a blowout from the scorekeeper, But
yeah,
she's a fan, of course. Gonna root for the Celtics at all costs. She's doing her job. It's the home scorekeeper.
yeah.
All right, there's Tillman over to Pritchard. Man, Pritchard is like a younger TJ McConnell and a better shot too, and scores.
Yeah, he's very quick on his feet.
Over to Dario for 3. Short. You can see it short the whole way.
Yeah. He just doesn't have lift on that jumper for some reason.
Yeah. Nope. Hauser's left open on the top of the break. Scores. And let's look at Brad Stevens extra. for no reason. I guess they're talking about him. Fine.
Yeah.
Whatever you
Well, I mean, the Celtics have they're the best team in the NBA during the regular season, at least right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to say that just based on regular season.
Yeah.
I mean, based on the fact that Denver's like what? Are they 4th or 3rd?
Yeah, they're the 4th seed, and they're obviously not going all out for the number 1 seed necessarily.
Not going all
Yeah,
out.
cool.
And hey, look, Jamal Murray hasn't been healthy all year. Healthy, then
It's
not
been up and
healthy,
down.
healthy and not healthy. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
So yeah,
But,
they're playing the game, 82 game type thing. And you know, Boston is still pretty upset over last year.
I think, is Looney bleeding?
Yeah, it looks like they gotta go to the
Oh, did he get knocked? No, he might have gotten knocked in the head. He
Yeah.
looks a little
Well, we
discombobulated.
got 109.60 with 134. 109.60. Q3 134. So they weren't talking about Stevens at all. They just bring him into the picture. Oh boy.
They weren't even talking about him. My goodness.
Yeah, I guess not. Is the knee thing that Steph has serious? No. You can go to Dr.
He's had it a few times.
Pandya. I've had an elbow bursitis, and
Yeah.
it swells up. Ooh, I hate it. Sucks.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't
It's
want to.
literally a swelling of a sack of blood or pus or something.
Oh, it's just fluid.
Yeah.
It's not blood or pus. It's fluid.
Yeah. Fluid. Yeah. And I imagine it makes his knee joint, wherever it's at, very stiff too. Like feeling very stiff. So
Yeah.
you can see why that. And is it in his right knee?
Yeah.
I wonder what caused that. Anybody remember? Not this time.
Mm-mm.
I mean, the problem in the right knee overall. Remember?
I don't.
No? How about Houston game 1? That bad MCL sprain in 2016, and then coming back, getting hurt again, coming back again, getting hurt again.
Looney's all right. He's at the line.
He's okay.
We'll play the Nirav Pandya video shortly.
Hey.
I can find it. Pandya. Search for Pandya. Okay, I got to put the link in the. It's on Instagram if you go find him. I guess he didn't want to put it on Twitter. I wonder why he didn't put it on Twitter. Did he figure out that that's not worth his time? Maybe he also came to the conclusion that they don't deserve his work.
Yeah.
Tillman draws a foul on Looney.
Yeah.
Fadeaway jump hook. Okay, let me put the link in my Discord that I can just copy over. There we go. Delete that. And here it is. Cue that up. And that will explain the bursitis next time out.
All right. Very cool.
Okay, Guy gets a lead on it, but Xavier Tillman taps it off of his foot. Turnover, Guy.
We are down 4 in the third quarter.
Down 5.
5?
Because it's a 49-point deficit. We were down 44 at halftime. All right, corner to Buchert. Wants to dunk it over Looney. Looney gets called for a foul, and he can't believe it. Let me watch the replay. See if there was a foul. Yeah, it looked like Looney went straight up. Now, he did go straight up within the restricted circle, but looked like he went straight up. Having a chat with James Williams. Tillman is having a chat with Looney. Yeah, I don't know that was actually a foul, but missed both. So ball don't lie, I guess.
Yeah.
J-Rob down on the right side, over to Gee, back to J-Rob, over to Dario, swing it to Les. Good drive and dish off to Looney. Looney with 5 fakes. No good. Gets his own rebound. Oh, I wanted a held ball, but Brissett comes out of the pack. 94 feet later, scores. Now we're 4-on-4. 3-on-4. No, okay, there we go. J-Rob corner 3, no good. Lester over to Gee. I guess Gee will get credit for the rebound.
Yeah.
Lester now.
I'd give that to Lester, though. He tipped it into our control.
I would if I were the scorekeeper. Now he draws 2 guys. Now Looney, fadeaway, short. All right, Pritchard to bring it up. 13 seconds.
Sounded so disappointed there, Rich. You really want Looney to score.
Hoping he'd make that one.
Yeah, me too.
Goes around the corner, around the got him. Jump shot over Gee.
Yeah.
Steph is there on the bench, and then we throw it away, but it doesn't matter. Down by 49.
Down by 5, really, for this game. Got to win the second half, man. I mean, look, all we have to do is lose by 43 or less.
Well, I don't know that we gotta, but it'd be nice.
I would like it. Yeah, I would like it very much.
All right. I mean, it is our second unit with, a couple old guys, Dario and Looney.
Yeah.
Is there a possible chance to see pods? I don't have any information, so yeah, anything's possible. Bruce thinks that Steph may have banged his knee on the floor on that play.
Right.
Yeah, I never got a chance to look at it. It's actually somewhere in the Toronto one. There's like a close-up. So we should go find it. Actually, why don't we do that? Unless you have anything you want to talk about. You can talk about something as I go look for it. But it's definitely in here. And there's a close-up of it somewhere. I just don't know where. Because I hurriedly put all this stuff together.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one where Steph got fouled. Well, here's a Klay 3.
Yeah.
Watch the one where Steph gets fouled. He's going to go up to the ref. Oh, that's not it. Oh, there's him skipping and dancing.
Yep.
These are not in particular order because I didn't have time to really figure that out. That's the hardest part of doing these, to figure out when they happen. Well, I can't find it. So let me look for the one that banged his knee on. Oh, you love this one, this inverted screen here. Well, first of all, the Raptor mascot came over and took this woman's camera. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
This whole thing.
It wasn't the mascot, and they just walked off.
Comes the mascot. Nope. Taking your phone.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's hilarious. All right. Here's an inverted screen by Steph. You love those plays. Love them.
Oh, you can't say that, Bruce. I'm sorry, man. You can't say Looney's playing like Rockets Barkley. That's way too disrespectful, man. Yeah.
Enjoy some Kuminga dunks. Yeah, I'll find it. I gotta find that.
We also had that Pandya thing, right? That you were gonna play.
Yeah.
Timeout.
I was gonna try to find the potential injury first, but that didn't work. Here it is. Oops.
Golden State Warriors fans have questions about knee bursitis after hearing that Stephen Curry may miss tomorrow's game due to this condition. Here's a quick breakdown of what a bursa actually is, how it gets irritated, and what the treatment options are. The first important thing to understand is that a bursa is basically a fluid-filled sac that is located between soft tissue and bone. It helps to reduce friction around joints. We have bursa in our elbow, we have it in our knee, we have it in our hip. They can commonly become irritated in people who do repetitive activity or play sports. Now, what bursitis actually is inflammation of the bursa. What happens when the bursa becomes irritated is that it produces fluid, which causes pain and swelling around a joint. Now, bursa can become irritated for multiple different reasons. We basically divide it up into 3 main groups. You can get acute bursitis, chronic bursitis, or a bursitis that's due to an infection. In acute bursitis, you basically get this due to a fall or blow to the area. In chronic bursitis, due to repetitive overuse or repetitive pressure on an area, you can get irritation at bursa and subsequently develop bursitis. And in rare cases, sometimes what may happen if you have a cut or some other fall in the area and then bacteria gets in, you can get an infectious bursitis. Now, for athletes, acute bursitis typically happens from a fall or a direct blow to the area. Now, the treatment options for this are very simple. You want to get the inflammation and swelling in the bursa down. You do this by resting the area and not engaging in sporting activity, taking anti-inflammatories, icing the area, and then basically allowing that bursa to calm down. Only in rare cases where there's more significant swelling do you need to drain the area or inject steroids to help the inflammation go down. In very, very rare cases, sometimes surgery may be undertaken, but that's typically related just for more chronic cases or if there's an underlying infection that's causing the bursitis. The good news is that for most athletes who have acute bursitis that occurs due to a fall or a direct blow, they typically can get back to play pretty quickly. The main thing is trying to prevent them from, number one, compensating and having injuries elsewhere or having that pain and swelling persist for a period of time and become more chronic. Thank you.
There you go.
And we are back.
Meanwhile, so J-Rob hit a 3, but they also hit a 3, and J-Rob comes around a curl for a layup.
Yep. He got hit in the face last play.
Yeah, got hit in the face.
Pretty
earlier.
bad.
That was offensive foul in Boston.
Yep.
Hauser attacks J-Rob, kicks it out to Svi. Svi attacks over to Hauser for 3, misses. Gary rebound. Outlet Lester. 3-on-3. Lead pass to Trace. Kick. Gee for 3. No good. Now Brissett. Fast break. Over to Hauser. 3-ball good. Yeah, they got a very balanced team. Hauser, well, now it's bad pass. So bad pass by Lester. Now they got an even newer guy that I don't know. Number 44 is. This is it. Lester rebound. Fouled by Brissett. Jaden Springer.
Oh, yeah, Jaden Springer. Right.
Guard. Second year. 28th pick. 2021 draft. All right. Trace with the ball. Over to J-Rob. Back to Lester. Left corner shoots it. Oh, no. He may have twisted his ankle on the land against Pritchard and call a timeout just to make sure he's okay. I wonder if that was a landing spot foul. Let me watch it again. They don't call that, do they? You see. Yep. Landing spot foul. Let's just forget about it. We want to go home or something. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, you can't do that, dude. Our players are out there.
Literally caused an injury. Matt Myers. Come on, man. Unbelievable. That's not right at all. Why do you put the rule in there if you're not going to do it? It's to protect people. Q4 931 timeout. Unbelievable. All right. Crazy. What else we talked about here?
No, I don't think they're DVD is saying they're never getting called for us. They're like never getting called at all. I can't remember the last time I saw one for any team. Really. I mean, I'm sure I've seen one this season. You know, and it's still a little hyperbolic, but they're very rare. Still haven't seen the replay yet to see what happens.
Well, here's one version of it, but I know there's more somewhere. Oh, not that. It's hard to get it precise on YouTube. Well, that's his left knee, though, so that's not the play. Actually, Bruce.
He did dive the other day.
Well,
too.
the other day there was one play where he lost the ball to the Knicks, Josh Hart.
That's right.
But you can't tell. You can't tell because then he kind of turned around. So I don't know if it was that one either.
Well, it could have been a swelling thing at night, you know. One of those things where you don't feel it during the game, but you know, you feel it later when it swells up. But you guys kept asking for Steph to rest, so here you go. This is rest.
Oh, thanks, Pinky. Appreciate it. All right. 3 ball. Man, that was way off. Who shot that?
It was Robinson.
Oh,
Gary threw it to nobody, apparently.
Getting sloppy.
And so did the Celtics. Thanks.
AU style. See this. Oh, by the way, Steph flexed after that play.
Did he? Yeah.
I want to cue this up and pause it in the. There we go. All right, J-Rob, no good on the drive, but gets called for gets the foul call.
There we go. Lester's looking okay, by the way, so that's good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to screenshot this.
Oh, Rich, glad I have you on, not the. I mean, I'm glad to be on. Glad to listen to you no matter what, but I can imagine what the broadcast sounds like right now. It's Richard Jefferson.
Oh, Guy Santos rebounded a missed free throw and laid it in.
Yeah, switched hands too. Got the rebound with the left and put it in with the right.
50.
Unsung play of the game.
Yeah,
we're doing those today. The whole game was unsung.
And he gets a block. Another one. Another good play. That's 2 blocks.
Yeah, actually. He didn't block that. It missed badly. But it was a great contest. Ooh. Oh, Lester. Airball.
Yeah. Well, the Trace gets a block the other way. And Guy with the touchdown pass to J-Rob for a dunk.
Yes, sir. DP's going crazy on the sidelines. Nice to see.
Yeah.
Why is he out again?
Sore knee.
Sore knee too? Man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And Pritchard no good. Guy with another rebound.
Yeah.
Over to Lester. Handoff 3 ball. Lester falling in love with that 3.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Oh, man. Still down 49.
Yeah.
Pritchard. 3 ball.
Is that right, DV? 49?
Yep, down 49. Over to GP, over to Trace inside. He's doubled because it was Pritchard, and then Guy throws it to the other team.
Yeah.
Dunk for O'Shea. Timeout, Steve. No timeout.
No. Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need a timeout.
Yeah, the ball had gone. I thought it was a timeout because the ball had gone way over.
Yeah.
So the ref had to retrieve it.
No, totally understandable, but I don't think Steve Curry.
Trace fake DHO. And then
Yeah. Wow, what a slam.
good to
Get the eye on that one.
reps. Yeah, gonna be hard to do the unsung plays of the night. All right. Pritchard over to Tillman, bad pass. Our ball.
Gary's throwing the ball to everybody. Cameraman, the ref, teammate.
Another turnover. How many turnovers, Guy? Jeez.
Yeah, that's man. If you're 6'8", you definitely don't need to do this. Steph Curry hook pass.
2-on-1. Leicester scores.
Yep.
Guy now with 3 turnovers, but 8 rebounds. He's filling up that stat sheet.
Yeah.
Too many ways.
Not getting trillions.
Brissett. Handoff. Springer against Gary. Over to Svi for 3. No good. Gary rebound. 607, 606, 605. Leicester. Left side drives on Springer. Fadeaway 2-ball. Good. Man, he's good at those.
Yeah, nice.
Good to have that, as a staple.
Yeah. Well,
Draymond is on the bench now.
Many points of the paint as we can get. I'll take.
Tillman for 3.
Oh, they're doing the wave.
Yeah. Leicester right side. Here comes the Trace pick. Nope. Now we got another pick. Good job by Trace to get the second pick. Leicester, Chris
that's
Ross.
how
Stuck. Oh, great. 4, 3, Gary. Short. Tillman, outlet. 2-on-1. Oh, boy. Pritchard up top to Svi. Alley-oop. Makes the crowd go crazy. Yet another
alley-oop.
Wow. Slow getting back on defense type deal by seeing Jerome
blown out, man.
Jerome,
one thing you can't do.
Back. Can't do that. Leicester gets a 3 though. Tees it up. Not good defense by the Celtics. And 4:44 to go. Down 47. Over to Pritchard, wide open. Good Lord, guys.
You can't.
I mean, pickup ball.
Yeah, I missed that, but I still want to see defensive effort.
Gary,
just for pride.
Bad screen, Gary. James Williams catches him on that one. Timeout. 4:31 to go. The final score is not going to look as bad. Shockingly.
Thank goodness.
Whatever it is, 4:31. Tied regular season trophy, according to Bruce. Yeah, I get 2 days off. Good news for me, too. 2 days off.
Hey, there you go.
Get to go see my parents tomorrow, assuming all goes well.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. They're also in the Bay Area? Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful, man. It's great.
Yeah, Steph looks serene.
I was going to say stoic, but I like serene better.
Let's look for Klay information. Twitter. Search on Klay hamstring, since that seems to be the... Well, not there. Latest, maybe? Klay hamstring wasn't feeling right.
Assuming all goes well.
Klay injured with hamstring tightness. That's okay. So if Klay had hamstring tightness, which it looks like just from the crowd,
We got slammed today, dude. All our guys are hurt.
That's why Klay is in the locker room. He's getting treatment on that for sure. So forget the whole stuff. I didn't even know that. So yeah. Yep. My dad loves to blame Steve for everything. He's the coach. Dude, a lot of moving parts. Steve is the culture. You can blame him all you want. He wasn't getting fired. And oh, by the way, instead of getting fired, he actually got $35 million as a sign of we want you. We want even more of this, 2 more years of it. It was like, come on. Oh gosh.
They're not showing how the games going on, are they?
You just gotta, they've decided to, well, no, they're showing highlights of Clippers, Minnesota, which is a tight game.
Yeah.
And everybody at ESPN and ABC, all the executives are, damn it, we should have gotten that game on.
Yeah. No, it's understandable. You gotta put up,
pretty good pass by Jerome, but not quite there. Brissett knocks it out. Corner inbound for Jerome. Yeah, Steph, whatever Steph looks like right there, it's definitely not pissed. I don't think he's pissed. Lester, step back, triple in the corner, hits the rim twice, no good. Brissett rebound, brings it up.
Yo, Lester, drive and kick, buddy.
And it's a bad screen by O'Shea. So it'll be our ball. Knicks at Cavaliers next. All right. Trace over to Gee.
Yeah.
Gee, turning the corner. Gee attacks 2 people and gets swatted. That went nowhere. But our ball.
It is our ball. Yeah.
Gary steps in the court to delay and talk to his youngsters as what play we're running, but it's the simple play to Gee or inbound, and then Lester finds a seam, gets met with a double team by Xavier, out to Joe.
Shot clock's running out.
No good. Brissett rebound. V for 3, top of the break, no good. Or mini break.
J-Rob. It's going to be 48 and 12, man. That's pretty good.
And Lester calls Trace over. Gets a post up. Looks for Rob. J-Rob 3, no good. Falling in love with that. But I don't know that. No.
It's so little time to go. I'd rather they
Masters, and we have no Steph Curry running around causing havoc. So Lester, though, he drives. It's good.
There you go.
5-on-4, though, as he crashes into the photographers.
I hate those photographers being back in the same place they were at. I really.
Yeah, I try not to hate, so let's not.
No. You're right. But
all right,
during
fade away, good Springer. Yeah, it's somewhat dangerous, but I understand it. Kind of got
during the bubble and stuff. They didn't have the photographers there, and the court looked like it was so much safer.
Yeah. They've moved them back over the years after the Paul George thing.
Yeah. Well, that was the stage too.
I was in the building for that. That was nuts.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Oh, gross.
All right.
I've seen that once and I never wanted to watch it again.
No, don't want to watch that. News on Wiggs? Nope.
Oh, Tatum looks pissed.
Xavier. Tillman, good. And Lester bring it up. Approaching 2 minutes right now. Down by 51, so we're -7 second half. J-Rob attack. There you go, J-Rob. But missed it. But Trace, blew a putback. It was one of those. Should I dunk it or should I just lay it in?
Yeah.
Made it in,
How about
and
neither?
and Pritchard gets a 3. Gary over to Lester. Nobody guards Lester. Shoots a 3. Good.
Yeah.
Down by 51. 1:30 to go. So can we make up 7 points? Let's see. Oh, Buchert got an offensive rebound against Gee, but tap out by Trace. Touchdown pass to Gary. Goaltending on Svi. Svi has pretty good hops.
Yeah, I had no idea. I just thought he was a
just a
3-point
shooter.
shooter. Yeah.
Exactly.
He's had a nice goaltend and a good alley-oop.
And 3 ball for Tillman. No good. Good rebound, Lester. Foul on Pritchard. Oh. All right. All right, Lester against Xavier over to Gee. Back to Lester. Get out of there, Gee. Yeah, you want the Xavier Tillman mismatch. And he steps back a couple times. No good. Oh, ball went right to Gee, but he just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Their concentration level is pretty low right now. Svi
Well,
pull up 3.
they jumped for the rebound and it landed on the
36 seconds before the embarrassment is over. And Trace throws the ball out of bounds. Oh, my gosh. He threw the ball out of bounds. Oh, gosh.
Well, gotta get back in D here, man.
No reaction from Steve. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would have just left, honestly. Just get up and leave right now. No. That's bad.
But Trace was kind of arguing with I guess Lester. Just complete miscommunication, but at least they cared about it.
Yeah.
You know, cared. All right, so Pritchard will take a shot clock violation right here.
Yeah.
We'll have 9 seconds left, or 7.8, and then it'll be over. That Sam Cassell on the bench over there. 140-88 will be the final unless we shoot something. Nope. That'll do it. Lester this time eats the ball at the end.
Yeah.
Garuba and Spencer were called in this game. I don't think they were active. Can only have 15 active. So 1, 2, 3,
So weird.
4,
Just let us play whoever we want, man.
10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe it's 13 active. I forget what the rule is.
No,
it's 13.
They changed that. It used to be, but it's not now. You can play your
What?
whole roster. You can play your whole roster. It used to be 13, but you can play all 15 now.
I think it's 15
But
now.
I think it's not all 18.
No.
Okay. What?
I think Kareth might have it. The pregame list of people active and inactive.
Hey, we won the fourth quarter by 1 point, dude. It's the only one we won all game.
Here it is.
But we won it.
Oh, there you go. Players game missed.
Yes.
My bad. No, I thought it was the game one.
Oh,
Could've
Boomer.
sworn
No. You gotta shake hands, buddy. You have to shake hands. You can't.
Why would you not shake hands?
He's saying just head straight to the
No.
locker room. But you got to do a quick dab real quick. You know,
Absolutely.
you just have to. Unless you're, never mind.
Yeah, it's
we
good.
don't need to talk about that.
What did you see in the first quarter other than the obvious one, which was Draymond was daring Jaylen Brown to shoot? And I mean, it worked 5 times, but it didn't work 6 times. So
Yeah, the whole like let one of their star players shoot the ball. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
No,
I
but
get
I didn't ask you
directing.
that. I didn't ask you that. I said,
Oh,
what else did you see? I don't want to talk about that because that's gonna be talked about. Like,
okay, I
I
got you.
mean,
Um,
yeah, like, okay, so we'll fix that next. So what were the nexts?
well, I was listening to you while I was getting
Yeah.
my groceries
Sometimes
and
I
cat
don't
food.
I don't even know what I say though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, I think because I've listened to you while watching the game, obviously, and I listen to you sometimes when I have to be out and about. Um, I think a big part of it was just it sounded like lack of energy, lack of focus, and just not falling in love with tough shots and trying. I think you mentioned at one point trying to fix everything all at once. And as soon as I get on here, I'm like saying, "Hey, dude, it looks like they
Oh,
anyone in the paint who can stop us from getting there." And we spent most of the game shooting threes. I just don't understand
yeah,
that. I don't
there
understand
you
that.
go.
So I don't know.
I thought
Maybe
that too. Shot a lot of threes. Uh, I thought at some point you got to get back to, like, instead of doing the hero shots, because you're not going to make up a 20-point deficit with it. At that point it was 20.
yeah.
Just run your offense and run it, and you don't, and you're just doing the hero shots.
Well, they shot 25 of 49 from three today, and
Yeah.
we shot 7 of 41.
Mm.
So that's the ball game there, folks. That's about it.
Yeah, they
That's what
scored
happened
most of their points in transition. Yeah, so that goes back to having crappy offense. I do recall the offense kind of being crappy, and then they would run, and then we couldn't get back, and then so either they were running and they were hitting, which credit to them, and we weren't getting back as well.
Yeah.
Or the other thing that you could totally notice was when Jalen was left a couple yards
Yeah.
of space in front of Draymond.
Well, again, they had 7 turnovers and we had 17,
And I think we're a bad matchup when we don't have a Wiggs or a Pods against this type of squad. And then the other
Yeah,
side,
and all of our guys are hurt and it's at 12:30 in the afternoon. That's a schedule loss kind of. I mean, not to say
and,
anything like the Celtics don't deserve it. I'm not saying that at all. They're
and
like
without
the best team in the league. Yeah.
Porzingis, first of all, okay, so fine, Horford for Porzingis, but then their second unit just got faster because their second unit doesn't have Horford. So now they're faster. So everything's fast, and it's just a different type of ball game. It becomes really a different characteristic, and then it gets away from you, and then we're kind of run off the floor. You have, it's tough for Klay to keep up. It was tough for Chris Paul. You could see it. He was jacking
Well,
up.
Pritchard in particular is extremely quick player for
And
these old men to have to guard.
when you got Steph bursitis, then
Yeah.
you don't have the stuff that is defying aging process. You have Steph with bursitis, and then so now it's the aging process. That's the thing that makes it look like you're slower.
Yeah.
So then he's missing shots, 2 for 13, and then it just becomes that a snowball effect, and the shape of the game just gets out of hand. And yeah, they'd done that with Wiggins and Podziemski in there as part of it, then I'd be a lot more worried. Of
Yeah,
course,
it's a shame.
but
I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses or complaining. Like the Celtics beat our ass tonight. they just beat us into the dirt. But I would like to have seen a little bit healthier players. A little bit later start time and stuff like that. And just because the Celtics played. If you look at wow, they had 140 points. Yeah, but the Celtics played really well. It just seemed like the Dubs were DOA, man. They just couldn't get anything going all night long.
Also, when you say that, kind of like the road trip kind of finally caught up to you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of flying around over there in the icy cold. It's not snowing, but it's icy cold out there. You look at 2 degrees outside. What?
Yeah.
Where New York was.
Yep. 2 degrees Fahrenheit too.
Mm-hmm.
For international audience. That's really cold.
Yeah, I mean, I was just
that is way below freezing.
Instagrams. Yeah.
Oh, Robert. This isn't Twitter, but take it easy. Just gonna take it easy today. All right, everybody, just relax. Be cool. What do you think about the Celtics, Rich? You think they have a chance to? I mean, obviously they have a chance to win the title playing that well, but I don't know. Would you take them over the Nuggets?
The problem with the Celtics is that they've always looked great in the regular season. That's the thing.
Yeah. They have made a lot of deep playoff runs too.
That's not our problem. I could care less, but that's the thing that they've got to figure out.
Yeah.
Did they lose to last season? Bucks in the playoffs.
Yeah. Heat.
The Heat, right?
Yeah, down 0-3, came back, Game 7, and Tatum messed up his ankle, and that was it.
Right. And just like Gamer had said earlier, they live and die on the threes. They really do. I mean, they do. Like, it's how they are. So it'll be interesting. Yeah. They've got to overcome the Heat. You know, they've got their. So we'll see. If you guys survive the finals, maybe we'll see you. But we got to survive Lakers, Nuggets.
Thunder.
Well,
Clippers.
I think OKC and the Clippers have got a lot more to prove, because even the Warriors, you know, we lost to the Spurs in 2013, lost to the Clippers in 2014. You got to pay your dues.
I think are you saying the Clippers aren't there? Because
they've got to pay their dues. I mean, they've done it, but they haven't really had this squad with Harden yet. I still feel like they got to pay their dues with the new squad with Harden, the squad that they finally got.
Yeah.
The previous years have always just been PG and Kawhi.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Well, I think they're pretty hungry.
But OKC's got to pay their dues.
OKC needs some scars.
Minnesota. Yeah, them too. So I really worry about Denver and just matchup wise, the Lakers, because
and experience wise, you know, AD and LeBron and
KD and LeBron, or AD and LeBron. Phoenix looks good. They all look good, but it's like the only team that's really paid their dues, I feel like, is really Denver. And then matchup wise, we have problems with Lakers. That concerns me. Then the other ones, like, OKC on paper, right? But then if you give me a healthy Wiggs and a healthy Pods, then I think we can match up with the scrappiness and the speed. So I'm okay. I'm okay with OKC, although they are on the cusp. And then with the Clippers, I'm impressed by the Clippers. Harden is always a problem, but we played them well. And they haven't paid their dues, in my opinion, yet. So, I'm not worried about the Clippers as much.
What about the Suns? Did you mention them?
I think we can figure that out. Oh yeah, Suns. Well, I think our second unit should be able to beat their second unit. That'll be the difference. Like,
bench
I'm
points.
really convinced of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starting units, yeah, I know. It's tough to guard KD and Booker and
Booker, yep, Beal,
those
yeah.
guys and Beal, but also Beal hasn't played in the playoffs in ever, or I don't know. But yeah, so
No, Beal was in the playoffs in Washington with Wall going up against.
yeah. Well,
that.
it's a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Dubs do have to get out of the play-in first. And nice to see you back. Thanks. Not kind of gives clutch fourth. Oh, I don't know about that. I think Lakers play does worry me a little bit. If we were to face them, especially in a single elimination like that, you know. Although I'm not sure the Lakers are quite this as good of a team as they were last year. But maybe just that size differential that they have, the athleticism differential that they have, would still be a real problem. With that being said, man, I'd be happy if we just went through the play-in and got the Nuggets first round. Like, at least they're a good team. You know, I wouldn't feel embarrassed if we lost. If we won, that'd be incredible. So everybody else is going to try and avoid them. Somebody's got to play them, though. Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, so far ahead. We'll see.
Yeah. It's very, very far ahead. But after today or this afternoon, would like to talk about something a little further ahead.
Yeah. Pinky was asking me about Kuminga.
Yeah.
Well, hard to judge it because we were all rattled, even Steph. And so then we went to JK a few times. He couldn't convert. Just not quite ready yet to, carry the team when necessary. But maybe by next season, I'd be happy with that. If it's earlier than that, that'd be great.
No, also just the team wasn't clicking at all today. You know,
Team wasn't clicking yet.
and he wasn't able to make
It's
it.
so much harder.
Yeah.
We can get into this now. Is like, come to think of it, I think I think the transition here. I mean, it's totally different than the Spurs, but consider that a guy like Tim Duncan didn't have to bring up the ball, right? Post up and do your thing, right?
Yeah.
So then the transition to hand that over to Kawhi is a lot easier than what are we going to do? Take the ball out of Steph's hands and, do this, that. So we are doing some of that with the inverted screens for JK, getting him downhill, things of that nature, which we never even got to tonight. That's how Boston, how early they took us out of the game. Credit to them. So,
and I'm actually okay with not putting Steph with knee bursitis into a huge amount of screens anyway.
Just like Amy was saying earlier, maybe this was good that it happened in a way, right? And it's always helpful to come.
They're going to have plenty of reps. So it's basically 3 days off, 4 days off, right? Yeah,
2.5 days between. But
well, it just didn't really count too much.
But
played what?
Back to JK taking over. It's going to be a lot harder, I think, for a guy like JK to have the opportunity and to be successful carrying the team, because how likely is it that it wouldn't be, Steph and Dray, how likely is it that Steph and Dray on any given regular season night or playoffs or play-in would just be taken out of the game like tonight, and then you got to rely on JK? The reps aren't even there. So I think that's going to take some time.
Yeah.
But it sure would be nice somehow if JK were be able to get the Kawhi star opportunity to kind of have the keys.
rookie year age for Kawhi, I think. Kawhi was 21 as a rookie, I believe. Or maybe, was it 20? Let's see. I think he played 2 years in college.
All right, I'm going to switch
years in
over to
college.
NBC. Let's see. Postgame. Here it is. Festus trying to hold the fort down. I can't wait to go get some grub.
Oh no, this is 20. This would be year 2013 for Kawhi for JK. Oh,
Ooh,
not too bad. Yeah,
Not too
21
bad.
years old. Kerr's on the podium, says Nicole. I'm glad I can see the blue wrenches on StreamYard now. It's pretty cool.
Oh, you're right. I noticed there
Yeah.
was something different. I couldn't tell. All right, let's see if there's a post-game stream. That'd make it a lot more convenient.
Oh, thank you, Bruce. Yeah.
Oh, there is. Well. Cool. Well, then we'll pull up the audio as necessary.
Cool.
And if he's on the
Minus
podium right now,
37. Ooh. Poor fella. My goodness.
well, there's MAZZULLA. Let's see. Want to hear MAZZULLA? Let's just hear
Sure.
MAZZULLA. I got
Yeah. Beat us like that. Go ahead, man.
All right. Here he is. Hold on. 10 more seconds. Screwed this up. My bad.
The Warriors guarded Jalen differently than most teams do, probably than any other team has before. When you look at Jalen, are you telling him like just keep shooting it? If they're going to do that, just keep firing away?
Yeah, man, we were really grateful for that. As we talked about, teams are going to guard us in different ways, and we just got to stay open-minded to what gives us the best chance to win. And there's a game plan, but then when the game starts, the game will tell us what we need to do. And so I just kept saying thank you. I kept empowering Jalen, and credit to his teammates for empowering him to just continue to play.
It was 21-21 at the first timeout, I think, and at that point, like it could get in your head a little bit that teams are guarding you like that. Was there a concerted effort from you guys to get him the ball after that, to keep feeding him?
Yeah, I thought Al did a great job encouraging him, but really it just comes down to having gratitude for trying to expose us to do something different. And if we don't take the lesson in that, then we won't be able to apply it till later in the game. So we just kept getting really excited about it. It was a great opportunity for us to find a different way to play. And like I said, the guys encouraged Jalen, and I thought Jalen handled it great. And the even better part was didn't affect his defense. I thought he even picked up his defense, which is huge for us. So I thought Jalen had a great game, and it started with that.
Similar to that, Joe, they beat you guys the first time. They've played you tough in recent years. What did you kind of carry from that first game and the way they guarded you that allowed you guys to turn around to this degree in this game?
The most important thing when you play those guys is the margins, and the emotion of the threes and the speed at which they play with is one thing, but it comes down to the margins and the transitions. And so tonight, the guys did a great job at the end of the first half. We only had one turnover, and they only had 2 offensive rebounds. And like we said about in game 1, we were up 17, and we didn't close the third quarter well. We didn't start the fourth quarter well. It became a close game, and when you play against a team like that, close games are difficult. So controlling the margins is the most important. We controlled the margin. We kept them out of transition with our offense, and we were able to get out in transition because of our one-shot defense. And so we just have to continue to keep the game connected and understand how each part of the game affects the other, and fight like heck to execute that.
Yeah, what stood out about the attention to detail and really just the intensity you guys played with to be able to drive up the score to 50 like you guys did. What goes into building a lead that large?
I think it's the team's their discipline and their mindset and their togetherness. So one of the most impressive things of our team is we won the start of the third quarter 17-10, and that's really important to be in situations when you can have a chance to have a letdown and you win by 7. And so that's why they stayed out there, and that's why we practiced that. It was very important that we won that first segment of the third quarter. But it's just that. It's just continuing to stay disciplined, not taking bad shots, not turning the ball over, not quitting on plays and giving up rebounds, not getting back in transition. And I thought every player that went in the game tonight played with a high level of physicality and detail.
Joe, what's changed in your view this year as compared to maybe previous years where this team seems to play with a lot of purpose when the league game's close, extend the lead, you kind of put the foot down on the throat, or if it's a game where there's lulls, it seems like you're able to fight through those and win games maybe wouldn't in the past. Is there anything that's changed in your view in terms of how this team views these types of games?
No, I just think it's the guys continuing to grow as players, people. Year after year, you just learn different things. But I think it starts with them. It starts with the players in the locker room and the choice that they make to play at a high level. They do a good job holding each other accountable to the effort that we have to play with to win.
Joe, all year you've emphasized this mindset of treat every game the same, look at what's in front of you, not what's behind you. You look at 2 teams in a row here. Mavericks are a playoff team. Warriors were 13-3 coming into this one. Does that not change the perspective, but do you look at that and say, okay, this is a chance to not necessarily make a statement, but this is a good team. Let's bring it especially more this game. And then after the game, after you get those results, does it do anything, or is it just all the same level?
We show up here and we play the game. It's the most important thing that we have to do is play the game, and when the game's over, nobody cares.
Joe, you were, after that loss in San Francisco, you were excited.
Yes.
Yep. You were encouraged. Mm-hmm. What's it like when your plan comes to fruition the second time around, when everything works because you thought some positive things after that loss that obviously worked out well there?
Well, I mean, I think it's you can't just. What I was excited about in that game against Golden State is a process towards building an identity. So we did it in multiple games up until that point. And so the correlation to what we did well during that game and this particular game, it's more about the habit and identity that we built up until that point. And so I was very encouraged with the way we were able to attack them on the offensive end. I was encouraged with the way we played for, those 2.5 quarters. And it was a clear understanding, especially in the late game. I thought we did a great job guarding them and attacking them. But it was a clear distinction between the end of the third and the start of the fourth. And so just keeping that as an identity of knowing how to manage games, how to manage runs is something that we talk about a lot. And I think the guys have grown in their identity as far as game management. And I think that's that game really exploited that for us, and it's something that we try to work on.
Has a team kind of played better than you expected in the last couple of weeks? Are they doing everything you ask? They're
doing everything that we say, not that I ask, they're doing everything that we say we need to do. And so, like I said, they have a veteran team, they have a bunch of smart guys. It's not rocket science from the standpoint of what we know we have to try to work on every day. And so they're doing the things that they know are important for us to get to where we want to get to. And so they're not doing it better than I expected or worse than I expected. It's just kind of like, if we want to win and have a chance, this is the things that we have to do. And so the guys, credit to them for making the choice every day to do it.
Joe, the offense in the first half, usually watching these guys over the years, when they get that hot from 3, they just want to shoot threes.
Yes.
But you were 11 of 12 at the rim as well. Mm-hmm. And you had a lot of sequences where the ball, they kind of passed up some of those shots to get those shots at the rim. What kind of growth in that respect have you seen? Because it's not just the hot shooting. They really work to the offense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the discipline and the stuff that we talk about, right? That's the stuff that you got to fight for in any game, whether you're up 5 or up 25. I don't think it matters. I think the conscious choice and the awareness to how important a single shot can have a positive or negative impact on the next 3 plays is something that the guys are really working at. And so I thought 2 of the bigger plays of that half was when obviously Jalen and Jason had it going. Jalen makes the kick out to Derek to end the half, and Jason shoots the jump pass to Derek, and he makes the three on the wing. And so the growth to be able to know I got it going, but there's a better shot available, and we make that shot and empower the guys around us. Those are the things that we have to fight to keep. And, it's going to be difficult. We'll be tested in that, but that mindset's important. And it's not just important when it's a game like this. It's important when you're up 7 with 2 minutes to go, So it's something that we talk about a lot.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.
Wow, Jalen, year.
Well, let's hope that they switch it around and give us some Warriors as well, rather than just the Boston people. Don't know, because it's just the link that I got, which is available on the NBA website. It says it's the Golden State Warriors press conference, so I don't know where they're getting that. Maybe we'll get some Steve over here. Let's see. Interesting. Well, I don't know. Nicole said that Steve was on the podium. Was that from your broadcast or was that from Twitter? Because if it's from Twitter, then that means that I don't know. I don't know if I'm hopeful of one or the other, actually. Oh God. Just cut and paste. Let me go copy paste my response to the "we need the big man" craziness. Where did I put it? Ah, crap. I don't know where I put the copy and paste. I should have emailed it to myself, because there we go. It's not gonna be enough to fit in the comments, I don't think. If you tell me, if you come in here and you say, we need a big man, that tells me immediately that you don't have the IQ. You don't understand how salary caps work. You don't understand the history of one Wardell, Steph Curry. And then you're going to say, and then you're going to yell and scream again. Why? Because you're not in the mode to learn. I'm going to put it right here. There's your response. It might not be in the right order. I don't know. I had to put it in StreamYard. It's such a long response. For those of you that insist we need a big man, I ask you how. What big man are you looking for? Let's say it's Nick Claxton. First of all, does Nick Claxton move the needle? Nick Claxton is a $10 million player. So you would have had to know, you would have had to somehow, get rid of either GP2 or Looney. And then maybe somebody more than Looney. And then just how would you transactionally do that? So then my question to you is that even worth it when your whole play designs are based off of the three guys, Draymond, Steph, and Klay? I mean, ideally, we'd go and get Markkanen. We've said that before. You're new to the channel, but we've said that millions of times. Put an article on Let's Go Warriors here to dream up a scenario where we could get Markkanen. Couldn't get Porzingis. Boston got Porzingis. So, like, why do you do that? Oh, we lost to Minnesota and they have big guys. Therefore, we need big guys. Like, that is the lowest IQ of a take that you could possibly come up with. It's not how we do it. Like, we didn't even have an identity back then. You remember Klay got ejected after McDaniels wouldn't let go of his jersey. And then Draymond got ejected right after that. Isn't that literally the last time we played Minnesota? So, like, Z, man, you've got to learn the game better. And I advise coming here to this live stream more, and you'll just learn by osmosis. But if you don't do that and you just feed your addiction to being outraged by losses, then you'll never learn. You'll never appreciate what Steve did here, how he did it. And that's unfortunate, but that's the sad thing, right? When you go to this app, this Twitter app, all these people on here, they're in no condition to learn. They're in no condition to feel curious. They're conditioned, they're rewarded to be outraged. And that doesn't help the growth of humanity. It makes it worse. There's not a single person out there that doesn't realize that. They know. And yet people will still go to this app, and then they'll get, their experience will get tainted. All right, let me take a look at the rest of the post game on NBC, because maybe they had Steve on here. Nope, they're still talking about it. Boy, I wonder what they're talking about. It must be difficult, because it was difficult for me and Dean to come up with stuff to talk about after a 50-point loss. All right, so Slater has Steve right here. Let's go here. 2 minutes.
It was either when they went up 42 in late first quarter or 56 early second quarter, somewhere in that range.
I mean, does this, like, are you concerned about this type of performance, or is it?
So this is you flush it down the toilet. We had a great road trip, 3-1. We've had a million games. So Boston was amazing. We weren't beating them today. So we head home and get ready for Wednesday.
I mean, I don't think any strategic, tweak would have won you the game, but you guys really sagged off Brown early. I think he had 19, like, right away. I mean, was that part of the game plan?
You try different things. You have to pick your matchups. We wanted Draymond to be able to help on drives and make sure that we weren't giving up easy stuff in the paint. The killer was the transition from the beginning all the way till the end. They got 42 transition points, so you're not winning a game, with that kind of defensive or lack of defensive awareness.
What about their defense on you guys?
They were great. They were physical right from the start. They were switching. They put ball pressure on. They were fantastic. They, Boston has a hell of a team, and this was a really impressive performance by them at both ends.
Ready to get home?
Yes.
You feel like Podziemski might be,
He'll be ready. He'll be good Wednesday. Yeah. Okay. If this was a playoff game, he would have played. Given where he is in his rookie year. Getting the extra 3 days before the next game, I think he needed it, and he's played a lot of minutes for us. He's already played more games this year than he did in college last year. It's great for him to get the extra few days, but he'll be ready to go Wednesday.
Not that this is how you want it.
Way to cut it off right there, Slater. Nicole, you in agreement? So we got a little bit of Steve there. So that's actually better than the local cable company gave us. Slater. If this were a playoff game, BP would have played. Boy, we needed him too. But that's fine. Yeah. One thing about Slater is I found out, he told me that the guy that interjected on the Klay locker room, because they were asking about Klay in Washington about coming off the bench. I wrote about it on our website. Oh, unintentional humor from Klay. I haven't written in a couple days because of the 4 videos that I did. Excuse me. So the last article was 2 games ago. But here I wrote that I guess that it was I guess that it was Jerome Robinson that said something. What did he say? He said tell him it don't matter, Klay, starter or not. And that was Gary Payton. I was corrected. It's good to hear from Slater though. That told me that. That was kind of cool. I got to take him out to dinner one time. Catch up on old times on us being on the beat and everything. He still doesn't know why I don't go to games anymore. I never had time to explain it to him. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what else we look at here. So we should be behind the Lakers now. Look at the Celtics playing 800 ball. I mean, the pressure is going to be really on later. They're going to be the #1 seed by far. And man, if they screw up again, oh my gosh, man. But anyways, here we are. Oh, we're a percentage point ahead. Okay. So I thought it was J-Rob saying, tell him it don't matter, Klay. The reason why is it didn't sound like GP2 to me. I really considered that it was GP2, mainly because Klay said, oh, just what Gary said. But I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. So I went with Jerome, but I was wrong. Damn. Sucks. That's all you can do. You have to stay positive. Why would you give a two-way to a center? Is there going to be some magical, like, the next Joel Embiid is available by a two-way? Like, why? I mean, the next Nick Claxton is available on a two-way. That's what the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets. I mean, good Lord.
Come here. Oh.
The Harry Giles should blow your theory out of the water. If the Brooklyn Nets never found anything from Harry Giles on a two-way, I mean, then how are we going to find anybody on a two-way as the next Joel Embiid or whatever? The next Nick Claxton, I guess, is what you want. It's just, oh, good Lord, people. Stop it.
I think Dikembe Mutombo has too many years of experience there, Dean, again.
Man. But isn't Harry if anybody ever says, "Oh, we need a big man," just say
we already have too many. Not too many.
no.
We already have a lot.
We'll get to that, Dean. But I mean, just jokingly, your response is Harry Giles III.
Yeah.
End of story. Yeah. But yeah, we
Absolutely.
do. I mean, what are you going to do? Again, we can't mothball Dario. Can't do that. In human terms, you can't even do that.
Well, we don't need to. He's not the best defender, but he's a pretty good offensive player, you know. And
Trace is in the rotation, and you're going to need Looney to thwart Sabonis in case we play Sacramento. He thwarts Sabonis. He just does. So it's good to have Looney as the Sabonis kryptonite.
Yeah, Loon, we haven't really been utilizing that much either. I think they're trying to save it for the stretch run.
Game's going to slow down in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Draymond, he's been great at center. So if you guys have any suggestions on who we should actually go get that's possible, I mean, I guess go ahead, but it's a lot of it's just, I get it because it's an easy way to express like frustration about, I don't like the way the team is, blah, 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 and all in like one sentence. But it's just, I don't know what, like, why is there obsession with the big men?
Use facts. Draymond on the podium the other night. Old media, they tell lies. It's just lies. New media, what he wants to champion is where it's based on facts. So we're giving you the facts. And the fact is that there is no big man that would move the needle that would also fit in the salary cap.
Yeah.
And
or
so
just say, I'm upset that we lost and I wish our team played differently. That's not a lie. That's the way you really do feel. And most of us feel that way a little bit. Yeah, maybe you really do think we need a big man, but if that's the case, come in with some
I would
names.
love Lauri Markkanen, man, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
We need Lauri Markkanen. Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
Well, how do you go get him? Oh my goodness, come on.
Trade Steph for him. Whoa, what? No, that's not. Yeah, no.
Well then, yeah. Yep.
But guys, don't like go around hanging your head and shame. I know it was a blowout, but a loss is only one loss, and this is a really good road trip for the most part. A lot of ground gained on this road trip, and
one of the keys is not to lose your head just because we lost to a championship caliber team embarrassingly on national TV. And the key is to maintain your sanity during that and not to lose your marbles on that, because not let go of the rope. Because you can say this and that, but you can also say the positive things, the silver linings as well. Those are just as valid. So why not just go with the positive stuff? Why focus, why succumb and live your life, Anakin Skywalker style, becoming Darth Vader? Why become Darth Vader?
Have you seen what happened to that guy? He got all burned up and he got all his like limbs cut off.
And the Emperor saying that you caused Padme to die.
I don't know what that means, but
it's like he's on the operating table turning into Darth Vader. No, I'm going to defeat death. I'm going to make it so that, I'm going to become so powerful. And it's like, bro, choose the light side. It's a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Parth. Oh, what? Oh, Parth. Oh man.
Well, you nailed it, dude.
Good for you, Parth. How did you do that, Parth? Parth avoided it.
Dean is saying Dikembe Mutombo had surgery on a brain tumor. Oh man, that's really sad.
Man, it turned out to be a brain tumor. Wow. Because yeah, he had mentioned, or he'd sent out the. He respected. He asked for privacy as well. See these personal matters, and it gets out that you're sick, and it gets out that actually I don't think we knew what it was, and so he asked for privacy, and so I mean Wiggins too, whatever he's dealing with.
Yeah, it looks like it was known about around October 22.
So was it specifically brain cancer back then?
Yeah, I think so. Or brain tumor, maybe what it said. But yeah, that's rough. I always liked Dikembe, man. He's very funny. Funny guy.
Still nothing on the post game. Be right back. Let me do rest and break.
Okay. Yeah, positivity is free. So, by the way, is leaving a like even after a game like this. Got 43 watching, 43 likes. Pretty cool. Pretty good. Oh man. Yeah, this is a pretty good road trip though. We can't bring this negative energy into the tournament. So got to keep building on the momentum, on the kind of play that we've seen these past, honestly, since the All-Star break has been really good. And I'm pretty confident that the team will improve a lot from there. Oh, we got a Slater quote from Steph Curry on the knee issue that had him questionable today. Thank you, Arbel. Read that out in a second. Hopefully Rich will be back in a minute and put that on the screen. Oh, man. No, dude, no. Part of that thing is if we will face if we will face the Celtics again, it would be NBA final. We would figure out at that time, mainly Nuggets and Celtics are scary. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a good chance it isn't Nuggets Celtics finals this year, just looking at the way, the league's set up. And I don't know. I'm a little worried about Jokic, only because there's been a couple times where it seems like he's saying he doesn't enjoy playing basketball, and I worry that the basketball gods might not like that. You have to be appreciative of where you're at, because you think you're just going to be there forever, right? Like we thought, oh yeah, 2023, the Warriors would be even better. And that was not really true, But I think it's still Nuggets. What?
Maybe it's too easy for him.
Who, Jokic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I just worry about thinking that way.
Oh yeah.
I really worry about thinking that way.
Well, Steve ended up being on the podium for only 3 minutes, and Slater gave us like 2 minutes, 20 seconds of it. So I think it's covered 2 minutes of it. So there's only 1 minute missing.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, right. Yeah.
What?
Who asked the last? Never mind.
What happened?
Who asked the last question?
Ah, right.
Yeah, that's why you don't want to play it.
No, I didn't even notice. Oh, I totally forgot about that. But yeah, I'll go with that. That's fine.
You and Nicole, man. You guys are crazy.
Do not like the style, though. I don't.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. They're public figures. They have to perform too. You know?
I wonder what Steve said in the pregame. We can go through that. It's only 3 minutes and 50 seconds. But it's up to you guys. Here, let me show you. Unless you have anything you want to say too.
I don't think we should do unsung plays of the game today.
No, and part of the reason why I wanted to do unsung was to actually do a video the next day, but I haven't gotten in the rhythm of that just yet.
Right.
Because honestly, I look at these behind the scenes videos and I can't help it. I just have to do these, even though they don't get the most views. Look at that. 600 views. That sucks. But this one's good. 10K views in New York. This one's good. 12K. But usually they don't get a lot. Look at that. Washington, this was good too. Look at Steph celebrating right there. Only 2.5K views. Oh man. The amount of hours that I put into it. Sometimes I think it takes me to do the best that I can, probably 8 hours. It's a lot. But it's fun doing it.
Yeah.
At least 4 hours. All right. I think we should listen to, unless you have anything you want to talk about, or let me catch up on the. Thanks, Pinky. We should make Pinky. You know what? Pinky's a blue wrench. Here you go.
Boom.
Moderator, yeah. Manage block work. Man, it's fancy now. They changed it. Can manage.
I wonder
block.
who the person who's been on here longest who's not a blue wrench is. Maybe Bloomer?
Bloomer has to get to that ability to watch a game where we lose by 50 and still be able to watch. If you can do that.
Yeah. He's just passionate though, man. Yeah.
But he does stay positive. Stay positive.
He does.
Well, Pinky, let me know if you became a moderator or not. Or
we're just gonna have only blue wrenches on here at some point.
Apparently you don't. Do I have to refresh? I don't even know how that works.
Oh, DVD now. DVD's wanting to honor.
Nah.
Brain. Oh, Bruce.
Nah.
Because you're being realistic. Fair enough. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, you know. No night sleep.
A loss.
Yeah, no sleep night. Yeah.
Well, the fact that the loss was 50 plus, I think that part, okay. I mean, a blowout is a blowout, but then 50-point blowout, that's my hat to the Celtics.
Yeah. Oh, I got the joke, Bruce. I got the joke. Yeah, I think, maybe.
Pinky, say something. We got to see the blueness of your name.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? You think what?
Congratulations. Hey, you guys are getting blue wrenches on feels good.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. What does that mean?
You can block a bad
moderator now.
But be careful.
Yeah. Be diligent.
Because the options are right next to each other. So can click on the wrong one. you can end up making them a moderator by accident.
Yeah. Wait, no. A blue wrench can't make someone else a moderator. Only you can do that, Rich.
What are the options then? Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah. You get a wrench. You get a wrench. It's settled. That was the best Warrior games ever, of course.
Yeah. Boom. See? There you go. Having fun again. But yeah, I don't know. I'm almost kind of glad we got. If we're going to lose by like 18, might as well lose by 50 and just like rest everybody.
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, I hate being blown out. Don't get me wrong. I hate being blown out. I would rather lose a last-second shot than get blown out. But maybe the rest will help.
I do like that you mentioned that because it's also a reminder that, hey, look, yeah, we're getting older. We just are. So then it's good to have this extra rest for Steph, Klay, and Draymond. But yeah, these road trips take more of a toll now that we're older and stuff. And so good. It's like the more and more yellow flags that go up to say, hey, let's find a way to transition to Jonathan and Pajemski, which literally Lacob has stated in his interview with Tim Kawakami.
Moody a little bit tonight too.
Moody, yeah, great growth by Moody. I mean, drive in there and dunk it on somebody's face.
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, it's good to lose like this. I think sometimes might as well, but it's also us being able to put it all in perspective and not get caught up in the moment and lose sight of the big picture.
Yeah. All good, Robert. Thing is, a lot of people never come back and even say that. Like, I don't know if you know that.
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
never even come back and say, like, oh, sorry, we got carried away. He's like, no, I'm leaving. Okay.
And also,
bye. Not
I've
you,
got
not you.
They can improve, right? I know that I can improve too, because like I have this tendency to jump on people because I expect them to be like Darth Vader, coming into our comments out of nowhere, and it's the oh my gosh, Darth Vader! I got to draw my sword, fight for my life.
You got that vigilant like front lines type thing because you've been through it so much, Rich, which is fair.
Yeah,
it's fair. Like Rich really
I'm trying to lower that defense mechanism myself.
Yeah. No, I think the kind of community that we've had on this season has been the best that I've seen since I got on this channel in 2020.
I want to figure out how to best get more of us. I've gotten just random suggestions from friends. One of them recently was, could you start a membership of some type to build a community? And it's like, I don't know what the answers are.
Yeah.
Like right now, this community, this membership here is basically free. And, we've got 40 concurrents of us right now. It would be great if it could be more than that, because then we always come back to this. But it's also great that we have you on. And if there's only, it's also a great thing that we have 40 people across the world right now talking it out and getting us through these moments. I think it's a good teaching point for other things in life that happen that are, you can make the basketball analogy to today.
Oh, yeah.
But how do we get that out, and what are some other tools that we can use? I mean, obviously I got to get on my my horse and get the Discord thing done. That'd be nice. That's kind of, my friend mentioned that, mentioned a membership, and that really is the one. I found that Discord is the best because you can do a lot with Discord. You can automatically pull things in. So we'll do that. But what are some other ways? Like how do I change our Twitter bio to, what do we do there? Like I don't even know. Like, and does this do anything to change our bio or use threads? And then I go on to threads and they're complaining on threads too. So it's like we're right back to
really
utilizing the apps to just what do you call it? Project more complaining. So what do we do? I'm not sure. And maybe the answer isn't just right in front of you. It just takes some time to get there. And it is what it is. So I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's great that we have it. We have what we have here right now.
Yeah, I mean, if we had like 100 people who all shared what the 40 something of us have right now, that'd be incredible. It really would be. You know? And guys, you also have to understand, like Rich could have a lot bigger numbers in here if he let people, you know, make fun of you or be all negative or, you know, had that radio style combative, you know, program or whatever. It's just not worth it, right? I mean, it would cease to be Let's Go Warriors and just become, you know, just another one of the same, you know, cookie cutter shows, you know?
Yeah.
Change humans and Twitter will change. Yeah, but I mean, that's like, I don't know. It's just, you know, a part of it's the environment, you know, shock jock. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Yeah. Although Smurfs, you just said to Bruce, you just said you're happy to have more ladies as blue wrenches, and now you're calling them Smurfs. Well, there's only one Smurfette, you know. Why? I don't know.
Oh wait, let me hear this answer by Jaylen Brown. He just hit the podium. Let's see what he says when asked about the Draymond tactic of letting him shoot. So let's listen in on this one. So Jaylen just got to the podium. Let's see here.
What was your reaction when they just sagged off you for the start of the first quarter, just let you shoot? Did you think they were playing mind games with you? Like, what goes through your head when a team does that to you?
First time it's ever happened to me. Honestly, I was a bit surprised. Took a little bit of adjusting, but you know, I think we just took advantage of whatever that attempt was and just made the best of it. For the most part, my job is to get to the paint. We got enough three-point shooters on our team. So, you know, I don't take a lot of threes or for the most part throughout the season because we got enough of that. I get to the paint and I usually open it up for everybody else. But if you want to dare me to shoot, we can do that too. You know what I mean? I thought it was a little disrespectful, but, you know, we took advantage of it and we didn't look back.
Do you take that personally? It looked like you were exchanging some words with Draymond Green. How do you kind of look at it when a team goes to such great lengths to force you to shoot?
It's never personal. I'm sure they thought that's what the best chance was, or whoever came up with that defensive kind of concept. So it's not personal. You know, it was a little disrespectful to me, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I came out and I do what I do best. My teammates empowered me. It was like, you know what, like, we don't care if you shoot every shot down. And on this team, you know, it's about making the right plays, letting guys feel involved. And I feel like I've been doing that all season long, and I'm gonna keep doing that. But like, don't get it twisted.
Jalen, all year Joe has been really focused on keeping the past, the present, and the future, like focusing on what's right in front of you. He said, when the game's over, nobody cares. How tough is it to have that mindset, not only after, a loss, but after a big win like this? Like Evie, you mentioned this team beat you in the finals 2 years ago. How tough is it to just treat it as every other game and move on to the next?
Yeah, next game mentality. What happened in the past is the past. It's a new year, new team. And we're focused on what's in front of us, and every single day is a challenge. And as they present itself, we accept it and embrace it. So tomorrow it's going to present other challenges, and the day after, next week, and so forth and so on. So I think we should just continue to focus on that, and that's what we do. Just focus on what's next. And we've done a good job at that all season. And I think when that adversity comes, we just got to be ready to embrace it.
How much better do you think this team has been at just focusing on what's right in front of you than years in the past?
I think this is the best, group I've been a part of in that department. I think that we have experience, we've grown, we've matured. To certain extents, we've seen a lot of different variations of a lot of different basketball. So I think we're primed and we're ready.
Jalen, can you describe your personal mindset and also kind of team's mindset against, this opponent, this game, obviously trying to make a statement given where they've been and where you want to go? Because it seemed like you came out and you're looking for Steph Curry. You had obviously a little extra energy, it seemed like, at the start.
Yeah, and that's credit to them. The Golden State Warriors have been the best team in basketball over the last 10 or plus years. So absolute nothing but respect on our behalf. And I think that's exactly how you show it, as you come out and you play hard and you compete. And that's what we did, from the start from the tip. I started on Curry, started with my pressure, and it just followed throughout. And I think that in those moments when we have that same mentality, everybody was on the same page, it would be tough to beat.
John, I know you said the approach wasn't personal to you, but are there ways that it fired you up? Like Joe said, as he thought you picked up your defense even more afterwards. We saw you like egging on the crowd, which you don't always do. The backcourt on Steph, you were pretty fired up. Are there ways that kind of fired you up emotionally?
I guess that's kind of fair to say. Obviously it was a little, caught me and everybody by surprise. Maybe it was some type of mind game, they were trying to play. But it definitely engages you, definitely, heightens your focus on offense and defense. And tonight, after those moments, after the first, or during the first, you kind of saw it play out.
Jalen, third 50-point win this season. How do you guys stay grounded when you're just blowing teams out of the rim?
I think just having the right mentality and being humble in our approach. On any given day or any given time, we could be on the other side of that. And we've had some, heartbreaking losses and things not going our direction. That kind of cultivates that humility that, that we play with. Yeah, it's a privilege and an honor to be on the team, to be able to do that and perform that. But at the same time, it's a humility that, at any given moment, things can change, things can shift, things can not go in our direction. So we just got to take advantage of the moment.
Jalen, you talked about you guarded Steph a fair amount today in the first half especially. Did you ask for that assignment, or did that come from the coaching staff?
It came from the coaching staff. Maybe earlier in the year, I would have had to ask for it, but now it's kind of like normalized. The coaching staff assigned me to Steph. They want me to pick him up, make it hard for him, try to create some turnovers, and that's what I did. And it's tough. I'm 240 pounds chasing around Steph Curry. That's a different level of shape you kind of got to be in. But when you're playing against one of the greatest, I'm gonna sign up for that challenge.
And then that did include a couple turnovers, including the backcourt violation that got you fired up. Does taking on a matchup like that give you added fuel?
For sure. I think I view Steph as one of the greats of all time. You could put him in the top 10. And he's been able to dominate this era in the last 10 years. So it's the ultimate level of respect, to be honest. And, and that's all I view it as.
Jalen, what's it like when you know they can't guard you? When you're scoring 82 points in the first half, and then they bench Draymond, Klay, and Steph for the second half. They don't even come out. What's that like to know that a team can't guard you?
It feels great, but at the same time, it's always within humility. At any given point, that could be us, and we don't take the game for granted. We didn't come out and mess around, and that's just how we show our respect to the game, is that we handle business and take care of it. But we don't do it arrogantly. We do it with humility, and it's a lot of respect for the Golden State Warriors. But we feel like it's our time now.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was a great response.
Yeah. God.
Jaylen Brown.
Can you say something bad? I need to write an article. Okay. No. How about I'm sorry, man. Rich, if you spent as long around great musicians as you have around the Warriors, doesn't mean you'd be able to play an instrument necessarily, but you'd have a greater appreciation of other musicians, right? Or how music works, right?
Yeah.
And yet a lot of basketball reporters, no offense to the basketball reporters out there, like the beat reporters, I get this feeling that either they don't care or that they're I don't know, jealous or trying to manipulate things or get guys going. I don't understand why people even like that, other than it's gossip. What does it matter? It's really annoying.
Yeah, there's that penchant to write about the he said, she said, and and I mentioned it in the comments with Pinky. It's just we tried a tactic. We tried it. I mean, you go look at the lineups on paper before the game, the night before the game, and you're going to have Steph with bursitis is questionable. You've got to write the game plan just in case Steph isn't going to play.
Yeah.
You don't have Wiggs, and you
don't
rest
have BP to back up.
You rest BP on
Steph.
purpose because it's the regular season. Steve said post game that I would have started BP if he would have played if it were playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, now you take that, and you're supposed to come up with a game plan the night before. Steph might not play. What's your tactic? So we tried a tactic. It didn't work. Actually, it did work up until the first timeout. Just like that guy said, it was 21.
I get that they were asking him, did you feel that was disrespectful? That's fair. That's a fair question, because that's how do you feel?
Jaylen damn well better feel like disrespectful. He's a competitor. He's an elite player, of course.
Yes, but it's not meant to be it's not meant to be you can't do it. It was just a tactic that
if anything, it's giving him too much respect. It's just okay, what can we do? Let's try and play mind games because there's really nothing we can do. Especially if Steph is out. And again, your own coaching staff is telling the people that suddenly hate Wiggs. We would much rather have Wiggins there, right? Obviously, Moody played great. Moody's a great defender, but he's not Wiggins level defender. Okay, so to come up with this tactic, I totally get it now. It's fine. And you know what? The Celtics handled it very well too. I love MAZZULLA going on the podium. MAZZULLA goes, thank you. That's a great response. I love that. So the gamesmanship is definitely there.
Yeah, that's good. That's fun. That's
meanwhile, our own fans on Twitter are going, oh, we're so this, that, fire this guy, fire that guy. And it's oh gosh, man, we tried something. It didn't work. So what? You know, it wasn't the finals. We probably now we know actually. Now we know that we can't resort to that tactic. They already beat us, and Jalen passed the test.
Yeah.
We've tried this before. Tony Allen never passed the test. Of course, Tony
Jalen
Allen
Brown obviously as an
nowhere
offensive
near
player.
Jalen Brown,
Yeah.
even offensively, let alone the whole package. Who else have we tested? There's another one out there that I can't remember.
Oh, well, we did it to Sabonis from outside, make him shoot jumpers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love talking these things out, especially with you on here.
Oh,
You know?
thank you, man.
Like, you would know, who else was there? And then boom, Sabonis. Knew that. Cool. Well, the next live. Oh, what happened?
Nicole can't.
Nicole is at a birthday party and have you guys on my phone but can't listen. Oh. What questions they asked? What questions the reporters asked. Yeah, so summarize that, Dean. It was more like, was that
That's
disrespectful?
what I just wrote. It was just the Celtic beat writers trying to get a rise out of Jalen Brown, seeing if he
Right. There you go. There it is. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. But she obviously can't hear what we're saying. So tried to type it in the comments there. For DVD's asking, do you think the many JK post-ups were also a tryout and also didn't really pass the test? I think.
Yeah. Oh, no. Pinky asked that earlier. But go ahead, Dean.
Yeah, I think this is just a rough game for JK. I noticed that he wasn't really. It's just his rhythm was off for whatever reason. And that to be fair, if there was one guy who I think could have helped quite a bit, it was probably Jonathan Kuminga today, just because he was healthy and young, and he shot 2 of 8 or whatever it was, 2 of 9, yeah, from the field. Had the second worst plus minus on a pretty bad plus minus spread. It's minus 30 tonight. So, but in terms of not passing the test, that generally means that you failed the test. And I don't think you can say that. I think you just got a couple answers wrong today, but all good. You know, a lot more time to go.
Seventh game in 10 days. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
7th game in 10 days. I think that was a big factor, considering the combination of that, Boston having such fast pace, plus 7 and 10, all of those things combined. But shall we listen to Draymond?
Oh, absolutely. Real quick, we beat them too. Okay, it's even. So just relax. It's all good.
All right, here's Draymond. Let's start from the top.
I don't think we really played a full defensive strategy to kind of dive into that. We didn't implement it. We implemented our strategy like 15 minutes before we left the locker room. So I don't necessarily think we put together a full defensive strategy to debate on what they're doing with their offense and how to stop it.
Was that a different approach than you kind of used in the past against them, or even in that first game in San Francisco?
Well, I was at home that game, so I couldn't tell you much about that game plan. But yeah, it didn't work. Oh well, we move on. So I thought it was fun to try. I was actually all for it. Like, let's try it. See if it works. If it don't, oh well. It does. Found something. All right, it ain't work. So we move on.
is there a second half benefit to you guys? You know, your main guys just sat.
Absolutely. It's been a long trip, of course, especially with the Toronto trip and stuff. So it was good.
Let's watch Steph real quick. Oh, we get a minute of Steph.
I landed on it in the first half at some point, but just a little bang.
Was it on the play where you got hit on the three?
No, it was when I lost the ball and I got it back and JK dunked it like towards the end of the second quarter, I think it was.
Did you have any doubt you'd play today?
No, just because you just want to make sure it didn't swell up any more than it already did. But I woke up this morning, it was in a good spot when I just had to test it to see if I could not feel any pain when I was out there, and that's how it went. So, good decision to play just based on how I felt.
I think you only ended up playing 16 minutes. Is that how much of an off day, half off day does it feel like when you only play, half?
No, it still feels like a game because you got to do all your preparation stuff, and even the 16 and 17 minutes I played, it was physical, and you're trying to find any type of life out there. But we do have 2 days off before another back-to-back, so I got to take advantage of that rest.
3-1 on the trip. Just any big takeaway?
Good Lord. I think if you hadn't have typed out the word seriously in front of your comment, Carlo, wouldn't have been half as bad. But the moment you add those little emotive words, those little emo words, that's when the red flags go up, and it's like, oh, this guy thinks he's on Twitter and he came to our channel. So tiring.
I landed.
Brandon Pajemski will return on Wednesday. What else is going on? Oh, here's some Steph pregame. I was waiting for Noah Dalzell to post the Steph video. Full minute.
Oh, he's
next live.
Steph Curry doesn't miss many shots. He says as Steph Curry missed a shot.
7 p.m. Bucks
Draymond
is the next live.
Don't do that. Oh, Bruce. Yeah. Bulldog's coming out again. Let's see.
Got a little post-game locker room. I do want to go and check out what Steve talked about in the pregame. Do you have anything you want to throw in there?
Oh, I can't believe it's 4:15 in the afternoon already.
Yeah.
My God.
So
well, the game went quickly. So I guess that makes sense.
12:30, almost 4 hours.
Quite the record to start off with. Nah, go for it. I think I'm going to sign off, though, if you're about done here, Rich.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm curious to see what Steve had to say in the pregame. This Draymond one is from Toronto, so we've done that one.
Yep.
Thanks for being on here.
Thank you, Rich. Happy March, everybody.
You're around Wednesday?
Yeah. Oh, it's Draymond's birthday tomorrow.
All right. Cool,
Yeah.
Dre. All right, good. So him and JT are 1 day apart.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Jason
Very
Tatum.
cool. Yeah.
All right, then, Dean. Thanks.
Thank you, man.
Man.
Just us, birthday.
Oh, and your background is reversed. I don't know if you've got yourself on reverse camera or what.
Oh, it is?
That's interesting. That's okay. It's just
Wait,
funny.
what? My
Oh,
background
it
is
looks your
reversed?
background. Yeah, it's mirrored.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even.
I think it might be an option. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Dray.
I thought I turned it around. All right. Well, I'll figure
all.
that out next live.
Yeah. All right,
Take
then.
it easy, Rich.
All right, you too. Thanks for being on board.
Yep.
Oh, we got a back-to-back Milwaukee, Chicago, and a break.
I'll be available for those.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
San Antonio Saturday, in San Antonio on Monday. So those are the next 4.
Cool.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Here's Steve.
Take it easy.
Steph will run up and we'll see, but I'm expecting him to play.
Static.
Brandon will not play.
What's the biggest difference you see between this year's Celtics team and the one that you faced in the 2022 finals?
Jrue and Kristaps. That's 2 really high-level players added to what was already a great team. I think Jrue replaces a lot of what Marcus Smart gave Boston, defensively and an additional ball handler, playmaker. And then Kristaps changes everything just with his floor spacing and overall offensive game. So, I mean, they're lethal.
Steve, you coached against, played with, and against teams that are trying to get to where the Celtics want to go. That I've gotten to where the Celtics want to go. Do they have, what it takes in your view, or can they be one of those types of championship teams who can string things together?
Of course.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they've been on the brink for 6-7 years. Great organization, always been really well coached, continuity. They have everything that it takes. And I think in this league, it always requires some luck to win a championship. Sometimes things break your way, sometimes they don't. But the idea is to give yourself a chance as many times in a row as you can. And they've done a great job of that. And I think it's just a matter of time before they break through. And this is, I think, the best version that we've seen of this team.
Steve, it's been an incredibly tough year for the franchise. How have you kind of dealt with the ups and downs off the floor, on the court? If you lose 3 in a row, the dynasty's done all of what the outside says about you. How have you kind of dealt with that pressure and the expectations?
None of that stuff is difficult. Your question, I assume, included the death of our colleague and friend, and that I put that in an entirely different box. I mean, that was devastating for everybody. It continues to be. Still doesn't seem real. But the other stuff, it's just basketball. It's and we all, of course, take our jobs very seriously, and we're competitors and we want to win. But you're talking about a game and injuries, whatever. You can't put those things together. I know you weren't doing that, but the basketball stuff, that's our job. And it's my job as a coach and our job as a staff to help the team weather, the ups and downs and pace them through the 82 games and hopefully have them playing as well as possible, come playoff time. And that's our plan. And we've been playing better lately. Hopefully we can keep that going.
Just so like he contact for Steph in Toronto.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, how it sounds like he's gonna play, but would we be surprised something popped up?
No, he was banged up after the game. We've had a ton of games lately. I mean, over the last few weeks have kind of been nuts for Steph, given he didn't really get a break for the All-Star break, and then all the games he's played. So he was a little banged up, so we put him on the injury report. But as I said, I expect him to play today.
All right. So obviously he played, and we know that. And sorry. Forgot to hit pause on the replay there. Oh, I want to save this pregame right here. Man, come to think of it, it would have been better to delay the Toronto one and just combine it with the Boston one. Whoopsie. Let me save that. Okay, let's go back to the next live Wednesday. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, man, thanks. You're like, that's the reason why I do this. It's cool to hear that. Appreciate you. DV with the closing good vibes. It's good to close on that. Man, you know what I could do better is I could post these screenshots better. Maybe we'll do that on Threads. Maybe we'll do that on Threads. Maybe we'll do that on Threads and Twitter. Yeah, that's a good idea, I think. Thank you, Obby Term RSPS. Appreciate you, man. Not going to do any unsung plays because I wanted to do videos after that, and don't think that'll happen. Maybe try to do a video tomorrow or the next day, although that is a lot to ask. Go check out some of these behind the scenes videos again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Washington. This is New York City the day before the game. This is New York, Madison Square Garden. And this is Toronto. You know what's fun? Let's look at New York. I can't leave you just yet. One of the things I want to show you is that, oh, by the way, here's the team bus and everything. MSG gets to sing New York. Isn't that fun? And then all the kids go, oh, I'm on the Jumbotron. Man, it looks like a fun time over there for all them New Yorkers. So go check out that video. Really good one. And you can see the title of it right here. It's on our channel. I enjoyed making this one. Really fun stuff. The full video of them singing New York is a whole minute, but it's copyrighted because the YouTube algorithm easily picks that whole song up. If I slice and dice it the way that I did, then I'm using the fair use clause of journalism. So I can put a few seconds of it and get the gist of it across, and that's fun. So man, just going to Washington, then New York, then Toronto. Of course, the Boston trip sucked today, although I'll look at the behind the scenes some more and see if there's anything, pregame or Steph doing autographs or what have you, and we'll go from there. But even the end of it, outside, Steph was, I didn't know this, but I guess the tunnel into MSG must have been blocked off. So they had to walk the tunnel in, and you can see that when Gary Payton walks in. You know, you guys saw this. This is
Buchert came back at halftime and let that from the Burton Bowl. Top 2 greatest sports moments ever.
So they had to walk the ramp. So the driveway must have been closed for some reason. So they had to go to the bus outside of Madison Square Garden. And when you go outside,
It's my birthday! It's my birthday! It's my birthday! It's my birthday!
it's craziness, right? And it ends up, you're going to see this, it ends up that a little girl gets pushed. And that's when Steph says, that's it, I'm out of here. Watch this. Watch Steph.
Hey, check this out. Everybody needs to stay right where you at, and we're going to try to get as many people as we can.
My mom is my biggest fan, I swear to God.
Hey, don't push the kids. If this partition move is over.
I'm getting assaulted.
She got pushed. So she got pushed, and Steph said, okay, that's it. And he leaves at that moment in time. So craziness, isn't it? So that's all I got for you. Take care, everybody. Just Us 1, 2, 3 coming up. Brate. And my light's out, and I'm trying to charge my laptop, so don't have any plugs for my light. Brate. Oh, wrong one. Brate. Take care, guys. See you Wednesday. Maybe.